Warning. You are about to watch a program that is setting the standard for YouTube content. We don't charge for access, we don't sell account reviews, and we don't pass the bill to you. YouTube is free, Discord is free, and that's exactly how it should be. Time to level up.
You're watching pressure, not panic, not chaos, just pressure. Because strength doesn't need to shout to be real. Becoming confident, convinced this space should crack. That numbers and noise will be enough, and the first attacks hit the wall the way they always do. But every unit they send, every strike they commit, it isn't breaking anything. It's feeding it. You can see the moment it sets in, when confidence turns into hesitation. So they push harder, more attacks, more resources, more effort stacked on top of bad math. Fires don't start here. They start on the way out. Because this wall wasn't built for highlights. It was built for endurance. Wave after wave, the result stays the same. Because defense here isn't passive, it's patient. This is what happens when pressure meets structure, when noise meets restraint, when ego meets a wall that doesn't care. Welcome to WWC Live.
Welcome in, folks. Welcome in to WWC. Oh man, got up, saw the team fighting, and decided to jump in. And yeah, don't regret it for a second. Oh man, I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Today, what are we getting into? We are getting into some account reviews later. We got to talk about season 6 is over. We got the transfer portal going on. We got last day for World Boss, which I'll explain that for season 6 anyway. Explain that a little bit. What you can do to make sure you're taking advantage of it. We talk about a little bit of profession. What's going on here? Right now, we're just killing. There. Moving around. Moving around. I don't see him in the alliance exercise or anything. I think it's just arms race. Well, oh, trying to hit this tile. There's something. There's something. Get another one. Can I get a boop boop? Yep. Let's do that again in instant replay. Save some time here and get a double up. Your team could get at least one out of that. Oh, yeah. Oh. Another one, too. Boom. Oh, you're going to reinforce. That's what I'm waiting for. A little reinforcement action. Mm-hmm. As they say in the business, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh, wait. We got another one down. Hold on. Make sure I got, do I have my... I didn't look at my teleports. Should have. I did not. Oh. Oh, damn it. That was my bad. It was hanging around. That's what happens when you wake up and you start fighting. You don't have everything set. My guess is that this person's already been checked, so I'm not going to check that. All right, anyway. Welcome in. Came right in the middle of fighting. Like a squirrel, very easily distracted. Hi, so what's up? Welcome in, welcome in. Ant, always good to see you. Welcome in. Shout out to 670. Chicken Charlie, good morning to you, sir. Good morning. You are welcome. You are welcome, pretty place. B-Dub, welcome in. Good morning. Welcome in. Oh, Umbreon. Oh, a little Death Wolf action, huh? I've heard that LNL on 81 is breaking up. Well, that would be crazy if they were breaking up. I mean, they're getting a gold. I don't know why they're breaking up. I don't know, Death Wolf. What hurts? There's so many rumors going around this off season and what's going on. I hate rumors. I am just not the place for rumors and stuff because it just drives me nuts with all the yapping about this could happen and that could happen and blah blah blah. And I hear all the stuff. Believe me, I get so many damn messages about this happening. But with something like this, it's better to just wait and see. Honestly, like we're only what, a day away before people can start transferring. Like, yeah, so Sunday at reset, we'll be able to see who's transferring, who's not, and look at some of these servers and how they changed. So, it'll be all set. We won't have to worry about it. We won't have to worry about guessing anymore. That's the beautiful thing about transfers, is you can only hide it for so long before, poof, you have to actually follow up. I will say, you look at some of the messages, it typically tells you how these servers are doing, so... Unfortunately, it would be better if they didn't put any message here. And then, come join my Warzone. If somebody wanted to put that, then you would know, oh, okay, that's an active server. If you just default to this, I don't know, they could be leaving all the server and nobody gives a crap. The president doesn't look at this as far as recruiting. And, from a person who's looking for a server to go to, it's not very clear to you what's going to be active and what's not. So when you just say, like, come join my Warzone as a default, I feel like that's not very helpful. Let's see. So 69, if I'm going to give my guess as far as the servers that I know, 69 has always been populated by, this is where Root originally was. And EIT Chris has been determined for many seasons to rebuild this, even when Root left at the end of season 2. EIT has continued, and Chris has been determined to rebuild it. That's kind of been the story of 69. So I don't know if he's ever going to give up on that quest to rebuild. I know he's had difficulty bringing in like golds, but you can see they're decently strong. EIT's always been decently strong. They have a lot of 200s, and maybe the strategy is if you really want to build a server this bad, you get it the depth first. And then once you have the depth, then you start trying to recruit the stronger players. It is a long time to rebuild a server and get a server, and everybody should know that you're transferring in. Everybody has transfers. right now, at least after server 68, you're in the middle of transfers from 69 to 196, and then beyond that, obviously the next grouping of servers has it as well, and so on and so forth, and people are coming in. You should know before you go into a server, what stage are they in too? Right? Are they rebuilding? Like, you got to know all of this stuff going in. Don't go in and be surprised like, hey, what happened? It's after one season, and then holy shit, where's everybody going? They're all taking off. Listen, that's on you. You got to do your homework, figure it out. You know, I said this in my transfer video. Like, look at the long history of THP of how many 200 plus accounts do they have million. Have they been doing this for a while? Have they been recruiting for a while? Because, you know, if you're just sitting there and there's only, you know, 200 million accounts, it's not that a server can't build. Any server can build. It's really, in this game, it's about the length of time it takes to build. So, you know, to flip it. And there's two things that are very hard to get. And that's a very strong gold, and that's at the top end of the spectrum, to try to get yourself a VIP 18 that's really strong, that wants to commit himself to your server. Typically, when you get one, you have an opportunity to get two. It's always that first domino that needs to fall for one to come over there. But the other thing that's very hard to get, and when you're building a server, is the really strong blues. You know, because purples, they only let you get 5 at a clip. So somebody can get purples, and they're incredibly valuable. Don't want to devalue a purple at all. I mean, anybody who's a purple that's like essentially a gold, they drop to purple to move. You know, you can't really, you know, talk enough about how strong purples are. But at the same time, one thing I will tell you, there are a lot of purples in this game. A lot. So, although they play an enormous role in a server, the number of server wars and what you can do and how to protect your server and all that stuff, 100% very, very, very valid. There are a lot of them in the game. So that's why I devalue them in this conversation, because how many there are. But what there's not a ton of is really active, strong blues. You get active, strong blues, and you can get 40 of them. I mean, I cannot say enough about your blues. There's a mix of blues. There's those that are ready to become purples. There's blues that are just so important as engineers. They play the game well. They know what they're doing. They're always good. And if you're free to play and you've been playing and active at this point, you end up being blue. If you've been playing through 6 seasons and you've been going through and you're active, you end up being a blue. Somewhere in that range of a blue. That's what happens. A matter of fact, there was somebody who was telling me they were upset because, who was it? I think it was the server 188. Server 188, I was talking to one of the people on 188, and they were very upset because their people are free to play and they don't spend any money. They were very upset that their person pulled blue because they felt that at the time with the way the power was divided, I think it was a blue. I'm pretty sure it was a blue. The way the power was divided and everything else, they ended up as a blue, and they're free to play. And they're like, you know, this isn't fair to free to play players. They're working their ass off, and now they're kind of penalized because maybe it was like a mid blue or low blue, which is harder to, you know, if you're a weaker blue, you're in a heavy competition in this game. Heavy competition trying to go to servers. If they're just judging it based on power, they're judging it based on kills. Those things are going to be very difficult for you to move around, right? It's so important to know people in servers, to get from place to place, to stick up for you, say something, do something. I've taken myself out of that game this season. I really just want to separate myself from transfers. It's so difficult to get involved. I did it for so many seasons when I had a transfer. I really want just drama-free work when it comes to transfers this season for the first time ever. But so 69, getting back in here, 69 has been trying to rebuild for a long time with Chris. So I don't really know their story if Chris is ever going to pack that in or keep going. They seem to have recruited quite a lot of 200 accounts. If they can ever fill this gold, they would be back on their way to rebuilding. Now think about that. He's been doing this for 3 full seasons. He's been adding to this. It's pretty impressive what they've actually been not giving up. 70, we go to 70 and look at 70 now. 70 is a very interesting story. They tried to recruit us many times. Is that Yi? Okay, Yi Zhang is interesting. He's the president now, which is very interesting because his, I don't know if it's his wife or his girlfriend or whoever, she was president for 5 seasons. I mean, I only knew her as the president. Now, Yi Zhang is incredibly strong, always been strong. Let's see where he's at now. He's 356 million. He's always been very strong. And she wasn't that strong. I don't know where she ended up going. I don't know where she is in here. But they I'll tell you what, they were at the top of the heap. 70 was at the top of the heap when I was coming up. They were one of the strongest alliances from when I was in 72. In seasons 1 and season 2, they were just so strong. They were recruiting, and then they kind of had a pitfall where a lot of people left. I don't know if they didn't like how the server would run. I'm not sure what their story is, to be honest with you. The ins and outs of the drama, you know, guys. I hate drama, you know that. But I don't know if there's really anything to see here. She just got tired of being president and put him there. If she's no longer playing the game, I don't know. Again, more drama. I don't really care that much. But I will say that they've dwindled in power for the most part. Like you can see here, they're down to over 204. They're only 37. They used to be one of the premier servers around. And so I don't know if they're continuing to build, they're continuing to push that server, trying to get stronger. But yeah, he is. I know that. He's always a formidable opponent. They were always so united too when we used to fight back in the day. Sad to see them. Then we have 71. We all know the story of that. Came from there. We get into the ones that I've sprinkled in. So 71 was rough. 72 is rough. Somebody just, let's see. 73 is rough. 74 looks rough. So anybody needs 2 golds. Your power, not that you can't rebuild it. It's just like, let's take 75 for an example. It's not that they can't rebuild it. They can. It's just going to take a lot of time, and people know that coming in. So they're starting with, you look, same thing. They're the same place server 71 is. So many of these servers, and you look at 71, the thing about 71 is they only get 1 gold. They're trying to compete against something like 75 who gets 2 gold. Very difficult. Very difficult. They have 33 people they're recruiting here. Only a 302 million as opposed to Yi Zhang that we were looking at was 345, 355. So they're in a better spot as far as high. But I would argue that this server as a whole is in a better spot because they can get 2 gold if they can. And the way I do like how the developers did these transfers where they allow you to do a bucket of points here. 766 million. You can add so many. We went over this the other day and I forgot what it was. We were doing the math and it was like 89. I don't know what it was like. I can't remember what we said for power, but it was kind of ridiculous considering what we did my points. And I don't know, I want to say like at my strength, you could add like 30 of me or something, or 25 or 28 of me, which is incredible. I had that many purples at, 300 million strength. You can just pop 3, like you got to get enough to commit to do something like that. But this really is interesting the way they bucket the amount of power. It allows somebody to go up a lot faster in doing that, get active. Just a matter of actually getting it. 76, they were just, what were they in? They were in the 123.96 battle. They've lost a crap ton. Stickman's original server, I'll have you know. This is where Stickman originated from. And this is actually, they had Stickman and they had Ace. They had almost 2 VIP 18 accounts and they could not get along. Whatever occurred in the server, back and forth, the teams, and there's been so much that's gone back and forth with this server. But they've, they try to rebuild and maintain power, but you can see here they're dwindling too. They're down to 38. See, same story every place we go, right? It's the same thing. Like that, 38, 204 million. Yeah, 31, 204 million, 35. Everybody's kind of equal in that. Which actually would be a lot of fun if that was around what everybody was. And then they just shuffled around and try to get a little bit stronger here and there. it would make for better server versus server tournaments. It would allow them to do better seasons, max shops, and stuff like that. But the problem is, it's a roller coaster. You start with these where, yeah, sure, these are all in the same range, but then you have your highs and your low peaks, where you end up with one server that's 34 million score, and then you end up with some that are, like 10 million score. And it's just too much of a gap there to really make a difference. Which sound familiar with the game as a whole? Too much of a gap at the top between the bottom? Yeah, does it sound familiar? Yeah, it seems to be a last war problem. 77, they've always been strong. I'm surprised that they have an opening for gold. They used to be so strong that they didn't even have any golds. So very interesting. They have Ma at the top here, 400 million. They've always had Salmon here, 397. Very interesting that they're getting a gold at all, right? 403. That's why I'm surprised. 400, 397, and 389. Wow. Incredibly strong here. And then you add on to that a 324, and they're getting a gold. Very interesting. Very interesting. They look to be okay. So they're, look, they're, come on. I don't understand this at all. This is a perfect example. Who could understand this? So how is somebody like, what did we just look at before? 76? How is 76 supposed to compete with somebody like 77 for recruits when they're sitting here with, 76 was sitting there with like 325 million at the top. They had around 31 people that were over 204 million. And now we come over to 77 and you have 80 people that are over 204 million, and their top is ridiculous. They're sitting here with 400, 397, 389. How 76 is in the same spot? They can both only add one gold. How does that make any sense? Doesn't. Chewbacca defense. It does not. Doesn't make any sense. 78, 78's dead. That was Hulk's original server. This is, that's good luck to them. 79, I don't remember 79. Do I remember 79? I do remember the picture. Somebody bought this account or whatever, but I do remember that. I do remember this. Oh yeah, because 79, they're good. They're fun. They were fun to fight with. They were in season 4, I think. I was against them. They're fun. They're good fighters. I enjoyed fighting them. They weren't the strongest server, but they were good fighters. Again, look at their top end. This is the same story. They get one gold. They have 58 people above 204, but look at their top end. 338, 307. How are they supposed to compete with somebody like 77? How can they be on the same scale? It's almost like you need a fifth option, right? Right now they're only giving you, or fourth option. Right now they're only giving you full open, semi-open, where it's like you either get 2 golds and unlimited, you get 1 gold, or you get no golds. And part of what they should do is cap it off and just close out servers. That's part of what they should be doing to filter some people in, and then it would allow you a little bit more if you eliminated top servers from it and say, okay, you guys can't add anymore. That certainly would help because it would filter a lot of the stronger players down into other servers and make them more strong, which would make evening at the top. And then I think it would allow you to add another layer in here where it would make some of these servers like 77 get, or I'm sorry, the other servers like 76 and stuff get more, and then you wouldn't give a gold to something like 77. Or you can give a gold to 77, but maybe 2 golds need to go to 76. Something like that. Like you need to balance that out. It's clearly not balanced in how it is. And this all starts at the top because again, just like this game goes with your heroes and these spending accounts that you're trying to correct, you don't make a ceiling for the top people. And so they were just able to go unlimited. So take what they're doing right now with the spending. They're capping people off at the top where they're saying, okay, you can't spend unlimited. And boy, oh boy, are people who spend upset about that. But let's move past that today. let's just talk about, this is the same exact problem as the spending. It's the same thing. You're allowing it to be unlimited. You're not capping it. You're not capping how strong servers can be. It's the same damn thing. You're going to run into the same problem. You're going to have one server. Well, you already are seeing it with servers. You're going to have one server that's just incredibly powerful, right? And then they barely have any matchups to have. And then they're going against weaker people. And isn't that what everybody's problem is in the game as a whole? It's just 140 million squad people are just roaming around and they're beating the 60 million squad people. It's the same thing. It's right. Why you cap spending is exactly why you should cap servers. It's the same damn thing. It doesn't limit anything, by the way. It actually opens it up more. It limits for your top ones to be able to go there, but it opens it up because it puts more of the power equally into some of these other servers, allows them to grow, become more competitive. The people that are leaving, you have tons of people that are leaving from these other servers. And by the way, a lot of the stronger servers, people get bored anyway. Some people just get bored. They're winning constantly. There's no competition. That. Like, I don't know. You solve a lot of problems. Anyway, let's move on. 80's here. We all know about 80. They're not getting a gold, nor should they. They're incredibly strong. 81. Now, this is the interesting story that I was getting to that started this lookup, because you're saying 81 is breaking up. I don't know whether that's true, whether it's not, where you heard it from. But they're incredibly strong. And they're getting a gold. I didn't understand why they would get a gold, because look, you got 458, 382, 347, 326, 303. You have 6 over 300 accounts, and you're sitting with almost 2 over 400 accounts. Server is incredibly strong. Incredibly strong. And by the way, they're getting a gold. So in this server, they could technically add a 450 million THP power to this server, 81. Now, it's wild to think that somebody like this would break up. And they just won their season. I mean, it's crazy to think, I know they put a lot into it. Early on, it was just LNL was the only one in the server, and they were building and strong. I just couldn't imagine that they would break up. I don't know, who knows? I mean, there's a lot, again, that goes into the drama of a server. Could they not break up? Whatever. I have no clue what's going on with 81. They could be infighting. There could be, drama. People saying, I'm not going to listen to you anymore. I can't take it. After season 6, I'm out of here. Listen, 100%. Could be a ton of that. No clue. No clue. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just saying they're in a solid position to grow and build and whatever. And that would be wild for them to break up. And to be honest, if I was in 81 and people were actually leaving at the top, like if Root said he was leaving or somebody else said they were leaving, or, and you had a bunch of people leave, like 20 people, I would 100% get out of there. I mean, you can't, look, they're saying right here, season 3 through season 6, they're saying they won. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy if they are first place finishers in those seasons straight through. And then you're going to break up when you can get a gold and add in. It's crazy. It's really wild to think about. And I would leave 100% if there were a handful of people that were just starting to leave and it's on its way out, then it's time to leave. It's time to pack it in, because you can't get closer to the top than you are right now. You took all those seasons to climb the ladder, right? You climb and climb and climb, and a year and a half at this point, almost 2 years, climb and climb and climb, and then all of a sudden you're one rung from the top of the ladder. And people say, I'm out. Well, then I'm out too, because I'm not going through the journey again with you. That's not going to happen. I'm out of here. I don't mind. Maybe I'll go through a journey on a different server, but it's not going to be the same journey. It just feels worn out that, we can't make a decision. That's it becomes a management issue. So I would get out. 82, good friend over here, Hulk in 82. Shout out to the big guy, big green monster that he is. 5'9", it's just ridiculous. I mean, this guy's Hulk's on so much steroids, it's unbelievable. He just keeps growing. He was so strong with us last season. The fact that he's up to 520, golly, man. Guys, it's so strong. It's crazy, 520 million. It's wild. Then you got Prairie and Goose, who are over 400. Good old Danzig. Big fan of Danzig. Oh. I got fight. Who's over? Where is it? Come on, I can't find my base. Oh, it's just a... Who the hell are you? Yeah, you looking weathered. Okay. Well, either way, let's see. Well, I might as well go fighting. 82 can't add a gold either, so there. Cap that off. There. Let's go find some fights. Take a break and fight for a second. I saw this guy. I don't know how strong he is, but I saw him fighting up a storm. I think he's pretty strong. So I'm gonna see if he'll fight. If he'll actually fight me. Oh, he's 100 million. All right, let's see how we do 100 million. Let's see if I can get him to fight me. Probably clean these out. Maybe I can get him to pay attention and fight me. How can we hold up against 100 million account now? Where is he? Oh shit! This is my server. Let's see. $361 is what he is at 100 million. I would love to know what his second server. Oh, it's messaging me. What do you do? Didn't manage to fill the score. Didn't meet the score requirements. Where they were called. Here we go. Perfect. Well, it wants to. All of a sudden we're trash talking. He might be 50 million PHP higher than me, but you're not burning me. I say, hell no. I don't care how many more troops he takes. He ain't going anywhere. 50 mil, all you want, buddy. Help you in this battle. Anyway, while we'll wait for this pondering on whether he should fight or not. It seems ridiculous to me. What do we got here? 29, 220, give or take. Okay, who we got in? Noodle came in. Welcome in, Noodle. Avi, welcome in. It should be all open for everyone. If you get assigned, 0 goes. Please, yeah, no. That's a quick way to end the game there, Avi. Quick way to end the game. Just have one server that has every single player and the other servers don't. And then you're like, well, that's the story. That's the game. I don't think that would work well, buddy. But that's just me. Yeah, being matched up against poor experience for everyone, being matched up against little servers. But if you're saying that there should just be open for everyone, then you're creating more unbalance, is what you're doing. So, poor 883 in our bracket last season. Oh yeah, I heard breaking up. Yeah, we'll find out. 4 went out for 883. Legit. Forget they were even there. Imagine. I think he was asking if you need some versus points. Oh, is that what he was asking me? Oh, I thought he was saying that I couldn't beat him. I should tell him. Oh, there he goes. There we go. There we go. We got one. Okay, so he got through here, a 90 million to 100. Oh, he's 104 now. He was just 100, and I have 104. 104 million. And let's see, where is he strong here? He's got Sun. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can see. Look at the difference. 100, right? 100, 50s, 50s. He's way in front of me. Way more exclusives. Like it's 0.3 million. It's crazy. It's crazy how that's not valuable. We're going to be tied in the rest. All right, now let's see. This is where the truth comes. 242 to 250. Yep, we all know that. Okay, this is pretty good. I'm about to get my 38th. He's 30. Oh, look at that. He's about to get combat boost 750. Okay, that's good stuff. That's coming soon too. Look at him. Yeah, that's good stuff right there. Very exciting. Very exciting for him to get there. I got a long climb to go. He's also getting pretty good in the drone components. Look at that, on his way to like level 11. Not that they're, incredibly huge bumps to by any measure, but it's something to get closer to. He is Team Anchor, strong overlord, and his attack is really there. Good stuff. His tactical's 39%. He's ready to complete all 3 masteries. So he's got that going. He didn't still get everything out of his defense fortifications. I don't know why. Per Captain Hedgehog's thing, you need to be at least like 60%, I think. 60 something. Thought that was the total. 8.4 to 7.3. Yep, Deco. It's gonna that this used to not matter, like to be that you can climb up this ladder, but now this is an enormous leap because you can't get Deco anywhere. His tactical cards. My defense here. And then good here. Oh, you know what else? I don't think I switched my core cards. I have to go switch my core cards. Shit. I forgot. Damn. Hit world boss, and then I got my core cards locked in, and then I never switched them. See? I didn't. Because that could be 10% higher on that hit. Okay. Here he goes. Well, I think in the last 6 months of doing this, this may be one of the first people I'm actually messaging during a stream in like 6 months. Okay. Shu is, unless I get some recruit some people, do rallies. Shu's going to be kind of pointless to hit. 750. He's 50 million THP more than me on that. I wish I'm getting so close to tank. Once I get my tank, I'd love to counter and be able to hit people like that with my tank squad, because I think I can beat them, or at least like be a lot closer on the battle reports, a lot closer. We'll see. It's coming soon. Coming soon to a stream near you. I don't know who this is. Looks like they're... Oh, just shielded. All right, let's go see if 2EZ's unshielded somewhere. Anybody here? I do like these guys. They're always so strong, this server. Anybody else Mewtwo would be looking at here? We go look at our Mewtwo people. Oh, these folks have already been... Oh, these folks already been hit. Oh, wait, maybe not. Anybody here? Gotta shield people. Oh yeah, there's something. There we go. Oh yeah, this person needs a shield. That's no good. That's no good. Shield it up. I guess we'll do one more. Leave them. Actually did him a favor. Get him out of there, because now he'll mix in maybe with the crowd and then he won't get hit anymore. If he stays in that same spot and builds up, he's just going to get hit more. See, I wonder what this person's doing. Oh, another one. Come on, peoples. What are you doing? Okay. He was just getting reinforced. Burning, burning, burning. Burning. Nobody. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. All right, let's see. Anybody else? Nope, I think that's it. That's it for now. I'm sure there'll be more after. Okay, just as well. We got stuff to do. We got stuff to do. We'll be sitting here fighting all the time. We fight any? Oh. No. Nope. Checking if any of these folks are actually unshielded and fighting our server people, but they're not. But they're not. What's this person doing? Just hanging out? I don't know what you're doing. It's not a place to chill. It's a no chill zone, my man. No chill. Okay, let's get into it. So, a couple things off the rip we just need to clean up. Then we're going to get into the world boss stuff. And then we'll go into the account reviews. And there could be really fighting at any time. We'll see. We'll see. So like I said, this is the 2 days before transfers. We got into the transfer situation stuff. I think we covered that enough and got into that. You get the gist as far as where my perspective is on the transfer stuff. We talked about all that nonsense during the week in our lives. We talked about the transfer scores, all that stuff didn't make sense. Got the takes of Mewtwo, Mike, and Bun on that. So we're good there. Let's talk a little bit about the profession game plans for everybody. So what is your profession game plan? Do you know what your profession game plan is? If you do not, you should. You should have an idea of what you're doing. So during the end of the season, a lot of times, I talk about this, the only time for really about 70% of the game to go to war leader would be at the end of the season. You have some final battles, really important battles that you want to get through and do. So it's really a time that if you're going to get a little bit of a bump, especially with the protectors and your battle cards and a lot of the other stuff that you can, it's understandable if you want kind of a couple million bump in being able to hit people above your head, 3 million. It gets amplified with some of these other season tools you have. So it's understandable if you want to take that. Now, really, to me, that should only be for the last week or a couple weeks of the season when you have a lot of those things built up. Your totems built up, your battle cards are all maxed at that point. You have your protector fields maxed. Like those things you can take advantage of it to really ramp up and amplify your power. That helps your team out, makes sense. But, and it doesn't usually cost you a thing. You should have season flips. You want to make sure you at least have the ability to do the reset of your profession so that you can go back to engineer. So don't get, if you only have one, if you don't have a reset for some reason, don't do it because you don't want to get trapped as a war leader. And I think without the reset token, I believe it's like $50 to go between engineer and war leader. So don't get trapped. But most of you are going to have a reset token somewhere. They give it to you every season. You should have one or two built up. Now, let's talk about the important thing. That would be when I would recommend the people to actually go war leader. Because otherwise, throughout the entire game, you should be engineer. I cannot tell you how many people are war leader right now and should be engineer. It's mind-boggling. This should not be the normal rule. This is a game that you pay to improve on. People are paying their money to get stronger and get better every single day. And Engineer provides you with so many tools to get stronger. Resources. I mean, Wisconsin has gone over this how many times of what you can get out of your resources when you're Engineer. The tech speed ups, which right now, unfortunately, used to be so important that I could scream about that, and now the game has decided that new tech is not as important for whatever reason. So we won't get into that. But tech, typically, there's an enormous bump on tech. Now, Engineer does offer a decrease in like valor of 5%. If you are war leader, you can get that 5% with win-win. So it does offset if you're going to use win-win. Somebody, you have a friend that wants to give you win-win every single time. If you have a lot of war leaders in your alliance and a lot of them are using it, then it might be harder to get for you to get when you want to do your tech to find the win-win, though, as opposed to Engineer always has the 5% discount. But the advantage on the resources and tech, it does give you a decrease. And something that I've suffered with that it gives you a decrease on is the building speeds and building costs. So for me, I was war leader for so many seasons. And it really, without the speed ups, if you look at what Engineers are and where they are with a lot of their buildings right now, they're actually well outpaced me because I don't get the constant decrease in timing and things that comes from being an Engineer. And it adds up season after season. Oh, I'm telling you. It adds the hell up. But, you know, it gives time. Now, the other things that you get, visitor, you know, people have said in the visitor thing, I'm just going to tell you, like, from my perspective, I haven't been Engineer for quite some time. And other than the time I popped in, but most free-to-play players that have messaged me have said a visitor thing is a bunch of garbage because you don't get gold visitors. You're getting purple visitors, which who gives a shit about that? And I agree. If you're only going to get purple visitors, then yeah, who cares? I'm certainly not going to amp you up and tell you that that's worth it to switch over. Drone components, though, absolutely. Anything you can get, the other free stuff that comes with it, as far as drone components and things like that, 100%, it's value and worth it. I will say when we do like the automatic getting RSS, oh my God, that by itself, by the way, Monday Versus. When you're on Monday Versus and you're able to collect for your points, you can just, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you can just about get all of your Versus points on collecting. You can go pretty damn close. I know that. I'm telling you guys, we need to have this experiment, but I'm pretty sure the majority of your Versus points can come from collecting. Which is insane if you're not taking advantage of that as an Engineer. Insane. It takes hours to do that. So you can start that thing hours before reset. Then when you start reset, all of a sudden those are going to come up, right? So you got that bump. You could take advantage throughout the day. I don't know. Maybe you can get like, you could probably fill up like 2 more. You can probably empty 2 more times. And then plus with Engineer, you get to automatically claim the RSS scores. You get a ton of it that comes. It's amazing. So if you're sitting there and you're like, Engineer, what the hell does that have? What the hell does it have? It's a guarantee to complete your Versus without having to spend any speed ups, drone parts. I mean, what more do you want? I just guaranteed you a day without having to use inventory. How about that? That's insane. Phenomenal. And if you're a free-to-play player, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You can sit there and guarantee a day in Versus without having to use any of your inventory speed ups and different things that you guys are short on more than anybody. You're damn right you're going to be happy with that. So I think that's incredibly important to do for Versus alone. But Engineer, speaking of when you should do the switch, immediately that the season's done, you should make the switch. Don't wait a minute more. Just do it. The only reason that people hold out when you might be a war leader and you're going in is going to be for the championship duel. Championship Duel, it's going to give you the bump in these battles that are about to come up. You're going to have Championship Duel for a few weeks. So it makes sense if you're stronger or you're middle pack, maybe you can make it to one more round and get close and win some of these battles in your brackets. Sure, it makes sense to hang around and do Champions Duel with that. It makes sense to enjoy, by the way, the bump that you're probably getting in Versus, 3v3 and Arena. Probably get some bumps in there to move up to the next levels and stuff, because incredibly important to take some advantage of maybe the next bracket of prizes. So sure, enjoy that for a little bit. But do not hang around War Leader if you don't need to. There's nothing for you. It's ego bumping. Ego bumping. If you don't need the free stuff, if you're a high spender, like real high spender, then yeah, go. I'm starting to drop down. I mean, these folks are outpacing me heavy. Like, I mean, I don't know what's in the water around here, but it's great to watch. It's great to be part of, I'll tell you that. I've been part of the opposite for a long period of time, and I'm very excited to be where I am. And I hope that I'm a good example for people as well of controlled spending for myself. I've gone over this before. It's not a spending limit on my end. If I wanted to, I can go and get tactical whenever the hell I want. I can spend whatever I want. There's not a limit there. But there's a limit within me as far as what I want to do or what I'm comfortable with my entertainment purchase of this game. Of a game we've talked about that essentially you're going to crumple up and throw out the window. That you don't know how long it's going to last, how long it's going to go. I'm incredibly comfortable where I am. In every single stat that I have and what I've done, I have no problem with it. No problem. No ego that I have to be up to the top or you're going to lose battles. As a matter of fact, this offseason, in the game, I'm speaking to you about engineer because I'm going to engineer. I'm going to take advantage of the free stuff. I don't need the War Leader stuff. For what? For ego? For a few, like, couple wins in Winter Storm or maybe a kill event or whatever? It's not the season. Team doesn't need me to bring this any kind of extra power. They got plenty in the season. They got plenty in this team anyway. So I'm going to engineer. I'm going to go satisfy everything that I need and capitalize on engineer while I can. And also why I'm doing it is because I know this offseason, I don't know, but I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to start the headquarter increases at some time. I mean, it just makes sense that we start it. It's been a long time, and it makes sense that it would be the best thing to add outside of gear. Gear is also very stale. I don't feel like we talk about that enough. Like gear hasn't improved at all in the entire game. It hasn't changed, right, since the opening bell. And I know obviously people struggle to get the gear and get the red prints and get stuff like that. But I'm just saying from an increased perspective, they want it. I mean, it didn't stop them from doing like T11s. So I don't know at some point if they try to do something for gear and do an additional gear something. Maybe they make it harder to get, something like that. I don't know. You know what would be great? I'll give you a perfect opportunity that they have in here. Okay. Create a third set of, like, right now we have gold blueprints and then we have red, right? So create another set of prints. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want to make it orange. I don't know if you want to make it purple. I don't care what you want to make it. Blue. But blue would be a little weird because then you say blue blueprints. Yeah, it's a little weird if we do that. So let's stick with like orange on the mechanism just so I can get the thought process out. We've wanted free-to-play to be able to make blueprints within their base, right? Gold blueprints within the base and kind of increase and get a little faster with gaining blueprints and getting stuff. So this is a perfect opportunity. So go ahead and allow the next level of prints somehow of adding maybe something to your, I mean, you do everything with stars around here. Maybe you just add a star to your skill chips. You add star all over the place, your drones. So go ahead and add star to your red prints or something, or come out with the next set of prints. And then the flip side of that, to help the lower end of the spectrum, you help them get gold prints by allowing them to print and make them in their own base. There you go. Perfect. Poof. So, yeah, I think that would be good. I think non-Valor tech is a perfect opportunity. I think allowing people to create gold blueprints in their old base and come out with the next evolution of a blueprint would be an opportunity there. Headquarters is clearly good opportunity to do increases. I think that's probably, to me, most likely that I'm prepping for. Plus, a lot of people are ahead of me with I just talked about, because I was war leader for so long. A lot of people are ahead of me as far as the bases go. So their buildings, they're probably running out of buildings. I know Wisconsin's pushing his vaults to 35, and I don't think you want to sit here. You already have you haven't done anything with tech. People are struggling with tech now because they have to have Valor to move their tech and their gold to move their tech. So you don't want to have them have builders sitting there as well, right? Like, you don't want to have everybody able to go through everything, especially because they're going to run out of non-oil tech. And the last thing you should be doing from a game perspective, if they're like developers, is forcing people to use oil to upgrade and then come from the back end and wallop them on the backside of the head and say, oh, you spent all your oil? Well, here's all the upgrades. You need all this oil. Come on. You know what I mean? Why didn't you give them upgrades to begin with so they can actually make choices? Like, oh, I either have my builder sit there or I use oil. Or I have all these increases for like the headquarters for all this stuff to move up, and I want to use my oil that way, so I'll do this. Yeah, it would just make sense. I feel like in the game, the progression of the game. I don't know. Even some of these upgrades, guys, the game is an upgrading game, right? We joke about stuff like farmers and upgrade whatever, but everything is upgrading. Like, you want to upgrade stuff, right? That's what the game is. I don't care what it... Look at T11. Sure, people are paying for it, but they're like, ooh, look at your T11. It's upgraded. Even when we get into war, people are talking about upgrades that people have made. So I think, don't get away from that. Embrace the upgrades and add them. And by the way, in order for people to enjoy the game, the majority of people to enjoy this game, you don't even have to make the upgrades a ton of power increases. You can just have them be upgrades. Have them do something different. But you got to give people something to do in that, right? You got to give people an opportunity to increase stuff, whether it be march speed or, certain avenues to go down to increase things that would be good. So, anyway, that's what I would suggest. So that's why for myself, I want to be engineer. I want to prep. Number one, I have to catch up on buildings anyway. My good friend Wisconsin's going to keep on me until I get all of my resources up to 35. So we are almost done with 32. We're going to be 32, and then we got 3 more levels to go for our food and iron, and then I have done, and then I can now hold my head up high around Wisconsin because I have done my resource fields. And also looking forward to getting all the resources, by the way, too, because ultimately in the long run, using the buff and adding in those additional resources are going to be incredibly helpful in the long run. I also can't like the gold and stuff. One of the things that I do have a problem with when I'm fighting now, when you collect all these resources and you get all this stuff and you collect, if you don't spend it during the off season, oftentimes that's when it happens the most. Because during the season, you're constantly filling, you're spending on troops, you're constantly filling, spending on hospital, things like that. But during the season, you don't. Like, you have 6 days you do nothing, where you're not using a lot of this stuff to build your troops and whatever. You're just collecting. So your food, your iron, and your gold can get rather high sometimes, especially when you're about to go into a kill event. And people say, oh, well, go ahead and upgrade. But people are like, yeah, that was good to start an upgrade prior to that so you can get rid of some of it and you use it before fighting. But I'll also say it's difficult for people because they're running out of things to upgrade. Like, they don't want to necessarily just use it to maybe use it. Maybe they're pacing things out or whatever. So Wisconsin, he's lifted up his vaults. I know people have joked in the past about some of these vaults, but the way that we're moving towards things, and as expensive as things are going, where we're talking about how much they are with $1 billion this and $1 billion that, if you're collecting and finding different ways to do things and not spend, it is nice to not worry about it and know that nobody can take it. So I don't necessarily disagree with it, especially when you've upgraded everything else in this game. So this goes like the coin protection that continues to increase from even 2720 is like 39. I forget what his protection is. I think his protections are like 130 million gold or something. It's really cool. Really cool. So okay, so anyway, that would be my spiel for you on the increase, why I'm saving, and why I say for the profession what we should do. Okay, let's go in and catch up on some of your questions. Okay, being maxed up against a little server. What do you think is best to go in black market in season 6? Armament core, gorilla shards, and blueprints. Okay, that's a great one. That's well. So black market will be completely changed now for me as far as what I'm prioritizing. I can tell you the number one thing that I'm prioritizing for black market will be deco. That's easy one. I don't care about anything else. It surpasses everything else that I'm getting. Shards, prints, blah, blah, blah. Deco has become the number one resource that I cannot get in the game right now. Cannot get it. So anywhere that I can up my deco and it get offered, it will be my number one priority now. I don't know what their story is with deco. I don't know what they're doing. And I know how powerful, and I can tell you, the reason why they removed it was because of how powerful it was. You should take that as a hint of why what they're doing they did, because yeah, it's that much power in there. And I can also tell you that I increased God of War. I increased this from the season. God of Judgment, sorry, the God of Judgment that I have, increased it to level 4, and it was an enormous bump. Like it was 500,000, 600, it was 1,000. It was something enormous of a bump by doing it. I forgot what it was. But it was ginormous. Like there's no other upgrade that I've had recently that was as big as just doing this God of Judgment. I upgrade my plane all the time. Every 10 I upgrade my plane, I get like 80,000 increases. Tactical, people have talked about doing that first star in tactical, they get whatever, 100,000 or something. I'm telling you, the upgrade to just upgrade this God of Judgment is something that's free in your season store, by the way. And even when you don't have a lot of points and you're looking at it, you could buy the tech, you know, especially if you're a spender. If you're a spender and you're not upgrading the God of Judgment, it's a mistake, because you know you can't buy God of Judgment. You can buy different things in the game, but you cannot buy the God of Judgment. It only comes from the season points. So incredibly important. And I'm telling you, I just told you, it was like 400 to 500,000 power bump that I got from that. So I highly recommend, if you're in early seasons and you're looking at what to spend your season points on and what you're doing, look for God of Judgment, especially if you're looking for power bumps. And I know the mythic prints are there. You don't get a lot of season. You save your points to get your mythic prints, so you have it. I get it. You know, can't argue with it. I'm just talking to you about if you're looking for power bumps, you know, and you talk about things, especially early seasons when you're looking at the hero tech and special forces, different stuff, and you're trying to squeeze out power. Look no farther. This God of Judgment was an enormous bump. So I do, if black market, if there is deco, that will be my priority. You know, everything else, I don't know. I'd have to look. I could tell you the things that I devalue. Guerrilla skills, I devalue. Or I won't touch. That should be devalued. What else is in there that I don't give a shit about? I don't know. Oh, well, once we go through it, I'll see it, Deathwolf. But I can tell you, I can answer your question. The best to go for to me in the black market would be, for anybody, would be deco, because you can't get it. So, what up, Cobb? Welcome in. Let's see. We'll take a person on bus today. I don't think all the whales stockpile into one server. There are a lot of personalities that play. Not every. I disagree with you. I 100% think that people can't wait to make one server as strong as humanly possible. We have one server in our range that has 4 VIP 18s. What are you talking about? They're dogpiled. That's dogpiling in. I mean, yeah, they're 4 VIP 18s. So what you know what I mean? I don't know. The free to play can't make their own cluster. There's no such thing. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not on board with that, my man. I don't think free to play is going to be able to go and make their own cluster of servers. And by the way, by just saying to tell free to play to go make their own cluster of servers, you're removing a lot of relationships. You're taking an awful lot of people and acting like free to play players don't get along with spenders in the game, and they've built relationships over seasons and seasons and seasons. I get along with I'm a high spender. I get along with a ton of free to play players. If all of a sudden they disappeared to their own server brackets and I couldn't play with people, I would be incredibly disappointed. I don't look at spend level as far as we talked about why do we play the game. We said a long time ago that we're playing this game because of the relationships. This game doesn't have us because of the money. We had Perna on, who's 525 million power or whatever she was, and we talked about this. You can review our live last week. It's a relationships that keep us around. It's not the spending. It's not all this nonsense. It's a relationship. So if it's the relationships that we say is the priority in the game and what we're trying to do, then taking away the people that we get along with the most as we talk to people, that's going to drive more people completely out of the game. It's going to drive people out because you don't have the relationships as much. So I disagree. I wouldn't want to have, like, all of a sudden you're going to have free to play go into their own section of the game. I don't know. I didn't free to play would necessarily want that either. You know, you may free to play, you may be trying to get away from certain things, but I don't know. We have a ton of people on our team that are free to play, and I seriously doubt that everybody's just going to want to go into their own section and go away just because of the game. I think a lot of this is how we like each other. Let's see. What is the crystal thing? What is that giant crystal thing? I don't know. The crystal thing that was in the map when we were there. It's diamonds, I think, are in the crystals. It's one of those resource things that pops up that's for diamonds that you can collect. Doug comment for who I'm near 70 million. Doug, it's crazy to think what the game is becoming 80 million and the first squad has become commonplace. I don't know. 80 million seems strong. Deathbull says he's at 70 million. Yeah, I don't know that 80 million is common right now. Yeah. I think we're getting there. I think we're in a lot better place than we were 4 or 5 months ago for free-to-play players that are growing. But I would stop short at saying that 80 million is common. That seems a stretch. I'm on Death Wolf. I think I've seen more people. Actually, I can tell you, if you're a white seat right now, if you want to know, Doug. So if you're a strong white seat, I'd say you're around 65 million. And if you're a strong blue seat, it's 75 million. And blue seats and white seats are probably the most common seats. So I would say 70 million is probably more the range of what between the blue and the whites are. There's your range. Where I am, anyway. Oh, God. Air High. Welcome in, by the way. And I miss so many days. It's crazy, especially when I'm on stream. I just, I prioritize the stream over some of that stuff. That's why I'm not on during the season, by the way. I like to prioritize the stream, but my problem is I need to prioritize my alliance. And when I can't, I just sit here on silence and I don't do anything, whatever. Who wants that? You really want to just watch, like, in silence? I don't know. It doesn't feel like that's why I'm doing this to begin with, so why do it, you know? Doug, stop playing. I'm saying this based on what I watch on YouTube. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Doug, I can tell you 70 million is more right then, just so you know. Okay, can we talk about the black market? I just talked about the market. Got that. Check that. And we'll get more into that as we get the black market. Immediate return, yes. Immediate return is also a good one for engineer. I think it has, what does it have? It has something in there. Why can't I do I need to go in this way? Oh, okay, I have to go in that way. It's down here, right? Where isn't there repression? Or is that just for the season? Oh no, I think it's just for the season that you get that. So you get the free advanced teleport. That's what I'm thinking of. The extra advanced teleports that you get. No, immediate. That's right. Immediate return, I think, is only war leader. When your troops are out of the base and you can't return, I think that's only for war leader. Yeah, right here, the immediate return. So you can't do it. I don't think when your troops are out. I don't remember if they allow you to do it once or at all. I don't think you can do it at all, right? When you're engineer, I don't remember, but I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, listen. Is that fun? Sure. That's more that's more important when you're in a server versus server war. The immediate return for war leaders. It's in the off season. I mean, you can get around not having immediate return, honestly. If you're good at fighting, if you know what you're doing, you can get away with not having immediate return. Let me put it that way. If you don't know what the hell you're doing, sure. If you get caught with your pants down and your troop is way the hell, your squad is way the hell out, burning back, and you have no defense on your wall and your base is sitting there, you don't know what you're doing, then sure, you're gonna be in big trouble without immediate return. Most people, yeah, you know what you're doing, and you know the risk that you're gonna take if you don't have immediate return. Like, if you know, that's why you land in the middle of land in the middle of an alliance if you're gonna fight and start burning back for a long periods of time, because it takes longer for people to get to you. They can diamond speed to you, but it takes longer for them to get to you. So okay. Noodle, okay. Doug, my boy Insidious is waiting for you. What a cool guy. Your server is many amazing and friendly players. Server is unbelievable. In order to have me not transfer for one season, give me a break. Something must be going right. Something must be going right around here. It's absolutely incredible. The server is amazing. Stretch, my man. Is that my man? Stretch popped in. I didn't even see him. What up, Stretch? Oh, man, he's usually busy on Saturday taking care of them damn horses. And my man. Gotta love him. OG Stretch right there. Tell you what. That guy, phenomenal. And again, we were just talking about people. We were just talking about whatever. Man, playing that game with Stretch for 60, love it. Love it. The guy's awesome. Great human being. That's what I like. Oh, and Bun popped in. Oh, man, we got problems now. We got the Bun up in the house. What up, BB? When you're 6 engineer, can you do a video? Yeah, of course, I'll do a video. Maybe I'll pull Wisconsin and I'll do that. Well, I can't because the season. I don't know. Maybe not. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we do. I will. I'll get something for you, buddy. When we do engineer, we'll do something because I'm definitely gonna flip. I'm definitely flipping. Who's showing up to battles? Put out fires. Who brings in? Will. Love having Will around. What up, Will? Man, there's so many good people in the WWC. I just cannot tell you how excited I get. No wonder I'm doing this. I just, the people. I love chatting with folks. I get caught up in this. I know some people don't like it. I get messages all the time that people are, it's so funny. You guys should see some of the messages I get telling me to stop spending so much time talking to people. This is what people tell me. They're like, you spend way too much time in the chat. You spend, I need to see more stuff. Like, show us your, listen, I got to tell you, if you don't like it, I'm okay. 15 people watching now. I don't care. I'm doing this for people. I'm doing this to interact with folks and talk to people and give people a place where they can go to learn about the game and help the game and whatever. And part of that is me enjoying the people. That's why I play the game. So I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this for clicks. I mean, give me a break. You can go watch my videos. I'm certainly not doing it for clicks. Anyway, love having you in, Will. Always good to see Will. Will's great with comments. Great dude. Cobb. Agreed on the Deco and Black Market. And for those of the Gorilla. Oh, man. Yeah. I'm thinking Overlord chart. Overlord. I'll give you Overlord charts. I know people, that is a good increase to be able to do Overlord charts. You do get a bump on the Gorilla for that. So I will back off on the charts. You can go and do that because I've heard how free-to-play has struggled with that. So okay, no problem there. But the skills, I'm gonna stop short with the skills. Anything else? The training, the skills. Come on, bond bags is yes. By the way, bond bags 100% yes. You especially with bounty hunter change. Give me a break. Those are incredibly valuable. That's probably for myself personally. Those are the two top things I would be looking for right off the bat, not knowing what's in there. Deco and bond badges. Those would be two big ones for me. And Doug's, that's true. This game is really amazing. I stopped playing, but I still like the daily content. There, look at that. See that? Doug, you're making my point exactly. You don't even play the game anymore. You just talk to the people because the people are amazing. It's exactly why I don't care. I tell the people who message me. I'm not going to stop talking to the people. I don't give a shit what you say. No matter to me. I'll talk to the people till I'm blue in the damn face. Now, my problem, I don't have enough time to talk to enough people. I can't get enough damn time. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Squirrely Shards, Deco, and Armament Core. Yeah, cores, that's a good one too. I think cores are good. Deathwolf, that's another good one up there. Yep, especially for free to play. Yeah. Get those cores, buddy. Yep. The armament material is very interesting because the armament material is probably not going to be a problem for free to play or low spenders. The armament material actually became a problem for me now, but I think that's because I'm obviously spending on cores in the events and I use all that armament material. So it's actually a shortage that I'm having. We'll see as we continue to increase, but yeah, I'm going through that and was having a problem. I don't think free to play though, you're going to have a problem with material. So I'd shy away from worrying about that right now. I think if you push it too fast, kind of like the drone, the armament material and battle data probably have a lot in common. Is as you slow roll and you take a long time, you're able to collect a lot of it. And then you're like, man, I don't need this shit. As opposed to if you push real fast, you do run out of it. Heggy put on the black market for season 6, and I think I saw it in our season 6 channel. I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh, good, BB. I'll take a look. I'll take a look at the old black market and see. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we'll take a look at the black market. If I don't, maybe we're getting the black market tomorrow at reset. If he got it, then maybe it's already out. I don't know. I don't know when it's gonna pop for us. But I'll take it either way. Like tomorrow, we'll take a look. We'll either look at it from that perspective, or we'll look at Captain Hedgehog's website, our partner. Shout out to Captain Hedgehog, by the way. Good old partner he is. Phenomenal. Let's see. I like it when you prioritize the rants. That's what we are here for. Really? Man, you can't be here for me getting pissed. I mean, Jesus Christ. Well, what do you mean prioritize the rants, by the way, Noodle? What does that mean? I get a lot of shit for rants sometimes, brother. You don't know some of the stuff that I get on the side by the people. A lot of people that want me to shut the F up. That much I know. That much I know for sure. A lot of people that do not want WWC to continue to talk about this bullshit. How you doing? Hey, Sajio, what's up? 30 cent flow state for 200 joules. Know what Dirty's talking about, but yo, what up? You wear pants to fight. Learn something new every day. Wow. You're not wearing pants when you're fighting, Bun Bun? Because that's a huge distraction. I did not know. I'm going to get 2 mythics next week. I have 2 guns, testing it, and 1 radar for Swift. I was thinking of getting armor for Swift and radar for McGregor. Should I really do that? Should you think about armor for... Well, yeah. I mean, why not? Both sound phenomenal. Why wouldn't you feel they would be important? I mean, I don't know. You're saying 2 mythics next week. You're going to get 2 mythics next week. You've got 2 guns. So you have your guns set on Tesla and Swift. Okay, those are set. And you have 1 radar for Swift. Well, why don't you have... If that's all you have for mythics, why don't you have radars on your defense, though? Why are you only offensive? Why don't you have your radars on... I mean, even if you're doing a front hero, your other defender, you're not putting both in the front. So, like, McGregor should have your... I would be worried about the defense. You got your offense. So, I don't know. At least if I'm understanding your question correctly, 100% I would stick with McGregor, the radar for McGregor. I would actually put... I would do McGregor... How about that? Just pimp out McGregor. McGregor already is so tanky. The more equipment you give him, he becomes a pain in the ass. Like, he literally becomes your last hero for a while. I think like seasons, if you pimp him out with gear, I think McGregor becomes the last one standing in your battles, like through season 4 and season 5 at least. He's so tanky. He absorbs so much. He's like a second gorilla for missile, for Christ's sake. It's crazy how tanky he is. So yeah, I would make him as much tanky as possible. Use to his advantage, amplify it. Amplify McGregor. He's awesome. Will QB, you make this so fun to watch and listen. Oh, thank you, Will. Appreciate you. Information and happen. Well, listen, there's a valuable information. You can't just get watching other players. I appreciate you. Hey, Will, love you. Good stuff, man. Stretch, we love you for chatting. Appreciate you. Stretch still on. Stretch, take care of them damn horses, man. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You know that guy must be coming. What's his name? I can't think of the name. Arbanist? No. That's like for bushes and shit. The hell's the name of that guy that comes? He takes the horseshoes off the horses and stuff for a stretch. I can't think of the damn guy's name. I know he comes out. I still remember back in the day, Stretch would fight with that dude's taking the horseshoes off the horse and replacing them, and Stretch is out there fighting while this guy's he's taking pictures of the guy who's actually doing the horseshoes on the horse. It's good shit. This game is half talking, half fighting. QB, you make this. I appreciate you, Will. Good. All right, Scooby. All right, you guys are gonna give me get all sentimental on me here. What are you guys doing? And you get so much more info from your live videos. Some people like short clips because they need shortness, but bro, live is where it's at. All right, I appreciate it, Will. I mean, that's why I do the lives, to be honest with you. I'm gonna try to cut up some of the lives because I know I understand some people, they've asked me about the lives, and I do the lives. They're long, right? They're 2 hours. Sometimes we get to, and there could be a wealth of knowledge in it, but people don't get it because they're not going to sit through a 2 hour live. I get it, 100%. No problem here. It's not why. Again, that would be a perfect example. If I was just doing this for clicks of people, there's no way I would be doing 2 hour lives because there's nothing in it in YouTube for doing lives. Like if you're just sitting there trying to monetize things, sitting there trying to collect money from people and grab it. I can tell you lives ain't where it's at. Lives not where it's at. And that's why I do it. Because I don't care about that. It's about interaction and the people and growing something bigger than this. So cool. It means a lot to me. Well, I appreciate you, Stretch, Scooby. Appreciate you guys seeing. That's the truth of what's happening. So I do feel bad for some people who don't get some of those lives things. So I'll try to take some of that out and stick it in some videos or something for people, some snippets, especially some gold that people like Wisconsin share that's in there, and BB's on. We're talking, so I'll try to get better at that. But the lives aren't going anywhere. I love it. We live to complain and queue. Oh, okay. So you're looking to complain. I got you, Noodle. So here's the thing about that too, Noodle. I will complain. You're going to get plenty of rants. Rants will never go anywhere. I will always rant, whatever. But at the same time, I don't want to be disingenuous about what I'm upset about and what I'm ranting. So when I rant, it has to be genuine and I have to be truly care about something and upset about it. Otherwise, I become no better than other people that are just doing stuff or saying things for clicks. So I get you. I know when I first started, I came on, there were certainly more rants because I didn't talk about them. And it's not like I'm not upset about stuff. But the rants have to be genuine. That's the only way you're going to get them. I can't sit here and get all fired up over stuff to be fake and not care about. So more coming. And to be honest with you, the reason why you guys maybe tune in, you haven't heard as many rants, and I could see where you guys are having withdrawals, but I genuinely was happy about the changes that were happening in the game. I've said this for 6 months. I wanted free-to-play players to get more opportunity to increase and us to stop blowing by them because I thought the separation between the two was too big. I just thought it was too big. And I do like that the game has paused and didn't give us a bunch of stuff to upgrade. I do like that free-to-play players are getting more exclusive weapons on their first swings and they're coming in. There were a lot of changes that I really didn't mind. Even the spending caps and the stuff that they were going in that direction. I don't think it's a negative thing for the game. I think we got used to a game that we played. And I don't think that was the best version of this game. I think we had a lot of complaints about it, and all we wanted to do was keep plow forward, and the game eventually was going to die out the way it was going anyway. because of the way we were going. We were eliminating free to play, we were eliminating low spenders, and everybody was just going to leave. And you're going to have a bunch of people with spenders with all these accounts, and it's going to be a shit game. Everybody's going to take off. So yeah, it's difficult for me to complain about things when I think the game is actually, and I know it's not a popular opinion, but I think the game was actually moving in the right direction. I think a lot of these spending caps, and I know why people have problems with it, but at the same time, I said this before on live, and if you looked at it, if the game started this way, the way we are right now, if the game started this way, you wouldn't know any different. You wouldn't know any different. And if you really took a snapshot of what's better, the way the game is now or the way the game was before you played, and if you could have been introduced to this game the way that it is right now, how can you argue that this wouldn't have been a better game? The way that we stand right now. Now I get it, the people that have already bought and you're behind, and there's a ton of different arguments that we can have about things. But if you just condensed the argument and looked at it from a snapshot, if you were starting the game fresh today, wouldn't you rather be in this game than the one we played previously? I don't see that being an argument for that. All the people that are coming in right now for the new games are going to experience this game with slower climbs, harder to get things, allowing free to play and low spenders to hang around for more. And if your argument against that is like, well, free to play still is going to be separated, but of course, why would people pay? Why would they pay if they weren't getting any advantage? Of course people are going to pay to get an advantage, and people can pay buku bucks to get an even more advantage. That wasn't the problem here. That's life, by the way. Okay? That's not this game. If you have a problem with that in this game, don't go outside your house. Because I hate to tell you, but in life in general, if you spend money, yeah, you get an advantage in life. Uh-oh. Hope I didn't just drop some news on you. Hope I didn't just drop some knowledge that you didn't know. And guess what? If you spend even more money out there, yeah, you get an even bigger advantage in life. When you go to an effing hotel and you want to spend more on a room, yeah, you tend to get a better room. And if you want to be in the penthouse, it costs more, yeah, guess what? That's better. So that's life. Well, you can't stop that. And that's the whole point of this game, making money. But at the same point, what all my argument was is that it was too big of a gap. It was too quick, too fast. The way they built this game in 2 years, 2.5 years, all the spending outpaced everybody. You have people at 140 million. You can't have the high be 140 million and have the low be 60 million. That's ridiculous. That's just dumb. Even giant spending, it doesn't have to be that. It's just the way we were brought up. Right now, that's the norm because you don't know any different. You know no different. But if that gap for paying was 10 million and somebody was 80 million and you were 70 million, and then somebody was 90 million and you were 70 million, and that was what high spend did, that doesn't sound better than you? That doesn't sound like, how the game would have been? And guess what? If that's all you knew back then, you would have spent. Mid-spenders would have spent to have that 10 million advantage. They still would have got the money. Because to be honest with you about all this spending bullshit, most people are spending because they're friggin' addicted. They're selling you bullshit right now for the money. You hardly get any power of it, and you're gobbling it up. You can't wait for reset. You can't wait to spend your money. You love it. Love it. You just have that, but you put aside. You just give them anything they ask for. Here you go. And maybe you have it, maybe you don't. The point of the matter is you're more addicted to the spending than you are playing the game. That's my point. Is the spending has become more important to you than playing the game. And I would say, if the spending is more important than playing the game, why not just play another effing game? There's other things that you can do that are way more of value than this game to spend this kind of money. If you're addicted to spending money, God, guys, go ahead out there and make a list of the top things there are to do. And I'm not even talking about here. I'm talking about online. There's tons of shit that you could do with this much money online when playing this game. If that's all you're addicted to is just the money. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, for the people to be like, oh my God, I can't spend everything that I wanted to do, and you're already 140 million and people are running around at 60 million. Come on, what more advantage could you possibly need? I get it. You spend to get the advantage because you enjoy burning people and you love to be more powerful than them. So you want to burn them. Listen, I'm not lost on the concept. But at some point, you're 140 million, and the lower person is 60. What more advantage do you possibly need? Right? Like, do we really need to keep pushing that? And then you drop down to your next spend levels of what? I'm in the next spend level as far as like high spender. I'm in that spend level. I could spend, way more than I'm spending right now, or I spend what I'm spending right now. I could spend less. I'm happy with that. I'm happy where I am. And I can tell you that the events for me, nothing really impacted me. Other than Bounty Hunter, I've had to change some things around because of Bounty Hunter. Other than that, nothing's really changed. My spend level, how I buy, what to me, the value of where it was coming from, your power over time, and not trying to push. Nah, nothing's really changed for me. That's just the truth. And everybody making a big deal about these like exclusive weapons, right? Oh, exclusive weapon deals disappear. Oh my God, I can't live without that. I just look and I'm like, God, do you guys realize that free to play had to play two and a half years now, and they haven't been able to buy that. They don't buy that every day. They play the game because they enjoy the game, right? That's why they're playing. They're playing because they enjoy the game. So let's not sit there and talk about like at least understand who you're talking about. Like when you say these things out loud, free to play can hear you. We said, boy, this game ain't worth playing if I can't get that $5 deal. That was the best value in the game. Yeah, free to play can hear you. If it's not worth playing. Really? Majority of people are playing without buying that. And there's no other way to get exclusive weapons. So let's not make the argument that, well, that was the best deal in the game and they took it away, and now that's because they're trying to get more money off of me for exclusive weapons. That's just false. False. That's not true. You can't get exclusive weapons anywhere. You can't go and buy them somewhere because they did that to you. It's not like now they offered them for more money and you're going to go buy them here. No, you just can't get them. You just can't get them. You can't get them at the clip and the rate that you were doing because they're trying to extend out how long it takes for you to upgrade the exclusive weapons. And if that pisses you off, again, you start looking at free to play because you know how long it's taking them to do it? Forever. So I love how you like the shortcuts and you can pay to get the shortcuts, but as soon as you don't get the shortcut, you're like, this game ain't worth playing, then maybe you don't like the game as much as you need to. Again, that goes back into the same thing I was saying about the spending. Was spending versus playing the game. If you're more addicted to the spending than you are playing the game. Free to play has been playing this game without being to upgrade those exclusive weapons at a steady, rapid clip. And if you started this game without being able to do that, you would have played this game just fine. It's because they did it and now they ripped it away from you that now you're like, oh no, they took it away. Yeah, but there's reasonings why they took it away. And then there's a solid argument to make if people want to argue about like why they don't do spend level, like the spending at different increments of this game. If you want to say, okay, server 1000 should be allowed to buy this because they've already at this increase, they've already bought it, because all you're trying to do is make the game better from a new point of view for new people that are playing versus people that are playing for a long time. Oh, okay. I think there's an argument to be had there, at least a good conversation to be had about that. But listen, they're not doing that. And all I'm saying is, I think you just disregard how long free to play has been sitting here playing this game the way it's been designed, and they've had the disadvantages. They've been getting burned by everybody playing this game and spending money, and they've had this uphill climb that they've been saying and complaining about the disadvantages, and not to mention the thousands upon thousands of people that left the game because of those disadvantages. And now you turn around and have one advantage taken away from you, and you're like, this game ain't worth playing. It's completely insulting to me. It's insulting to free-to-play players to say that, who have been playing this game for that long, and all the people that left for that exact reason. I get the value in what some of these things that they took away is, but again, it's clear what they're doing with the exclusive weapons and trying to drag it out and make it harder. And by the way, if you already have like extra exclusive weapons, give me a effing break. The extra exclusive weapons, they did you a favor. If you're buying that to up your exclusive weapons past 30, yeah, they did you a favor. Put the money back in your pocket. Exclusive weapons past 30 is garbage. It's a perfect example, by the way, of what this game can do to offer, and you'll pay for anything. Because the power on it is shit. So if you're sitting there giving $35 a week buying that, you're giving $140 a month buying that. I mean, you're just addicted to spending. And Grant, I'm not want to tell you how to spend your money. You have the money, cool. I want to spend it, I'll spend it. You want to spend it, you'll spend it. Cool. I don't have a problem with that. But at the same point, if I look at what the positives that it does for the game, then I'm for it. And I think slowing people down, being able to increase their exclusive weapons is good. Going a slow crawl, a free crawl of Awakening weapon was good. I think those are good increases. Going from Season 5 to Season 6, I think they made a lot of positive changes. A lot of positive changes. And I'll be straight with you. All the people that are complaining about Season 6 and a lot of the stuff that's going on, I'm starting to see it. You're in the minority. You may be louder than some people, and you may have alliances that have a problem with it, and you may have certain situations that you were in with servers. But if you're looking at Season 5 to Season 6, 100% that it's a better game. It's just a better game. Overall. Going back to the factions, evening things out, making better matchups, trying to anyway. Although I keep talking about better matchups. People that want to complain about matchups, you can't complain about matchups. You can't complain about that and the transfer portal, leaving it the same at the same time. I just talked about capping some of these strong servers. You can't sit there and have an opinion to be like, oh, we shouldn't cap servers, and then also have a problem with matchups. You don't. It'll fall on deaf ears if you're going to talk to me about it. Because to me, you're causing your own problem. You're like, oh, no, they shouldn't cap a server. All right, then you're going to have uneven matchups. How it is. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to go on whatever. You can cater to the people that are really strong in these servers and God, don't want to dare piss off somebody, a VIP 18, and keep it the way it is. That's cool. But you're going to end up with uneven matchups across the board. And just know where it's coming from. It's because servers can continue to add power upon power upon power and be in this upper echelon tier that other servers can't. And even if the servers can, you got like maybe 2 or 3 that can match it. Last I checked, you have a different versus opponent every week. You have server war, there's 8 servers in there. You have a season, there's 8 servers in there. So you have one server that can only be matched by a couple, and you have at least 8 different, and you have 16 different groupings right now. So let's think about that. You have 16 different groupings. And what, you only have like 4 servers that are elite out of 18? I think maybe there's 5 out of 16 different. That means even if you match them up evenly on server 1, 2 through 4 are completely blown out, unmatched. And then on top of that, you have 1 that's left without an opponent, because that one's going to be in an uneven, and you may have felt that. Because right now it's just an uneven number. So, but it's very difficult for me to sit here and find a lot of things to rant about when I enjoyed the increases and differences that they've done in this game. I think they've made it a better game for free to play and low spenders. That's kind of what our whole creation of the friggin' WWC was, to talk about and help people that are like free to play and low spenders. And and I think we added so many spenders into our profile in WWC because they recognized what we were doing and how we were doing it, and they liked it, enjoyed it, and wanted the game to continue, and thought this was a good path forward and how we were doing, genuinely how we were doing this. So we ended up grabbing some of that. And I know, listen, I understand we can agree to disagree. I have an opinion. You don't have to share my opinion ever. I happen to have a microphone and a platform. I don't mind giving you that microphone and platform too. If you want to come on and talk about things or whatever, I have spenders on. I don't have a problem with people. Mewtwo doesn't share necessarily what I agree with. Shady Pun doesn't necessarily agree with what I'm saying. I don't mind they get on and have another side of an opinion. I don't give a shit. What I say doesn't go. I just happen to have a microphone and a platform to say it. But, if you have a different opinion on the spending scheme, you absolutely could. There's no problem with that. I don't care. I would rather have you be heard and be able to say your 2 cents on what you feel about it, and everybody go on and do their stuff. But that's just my opinion on how I feel, and that's why I haven't been ranting as much, because I actually think the game's been in a positive direction. There you go. Oh, there he is. I'm sorry, Pun. I missed you, buddy. Actually, my chat went dead. It wasn't updating anymore. I thought everybody took off. Because my chat over here wasn't like updating in my sidebar for some reason, and then I just went to move the thing down, and then it just jumped. So I guess maybe people were saying stuff, and I wasn't there. I want you imagining what you look like, exactly like Shonuff. Yeah, Doug, I look like Shonuff, exactly like Shonuff. Shady Pun is moving. Shady Pun and 184 are breaking up. I'm just happy, but hopefully that Pun's in a better place. I totally feel for him. I understand the situation. I've had a lot in common with that situation throughout the game, but good for the game. He's good killer in this game. Good to have around. He did an amazing job with his server. 184. Congrats to 184 and what they were able to accomplish as good as they were for as long as they were. And they won, I think 3 out of 4 seasons they won here. Oh, is this, by the way, does this show you, is the gold the champion? No. Why are there golds here? I thought maybe they're champion. What's with the, just a fully, no. Do one of these indicate champions? These golds? I didn't notice that they had, or is it just that golds are open in them? Like, is there anything to the, is it different? Let's see what this building, 165 has no golds, okay? And they have this little building. 166 has no gold and has this, like, chair. Can you pick that? Is there some rhyme or reason to the chair that's displayed? Does anybody know that? Anything to that? It looks like there's a chair, there's this building, then there's this one. This one doesn't have a gold at all. You think it's tied to Warzone, like the last time they played Warzone Duel, they won the Warzone Duel? There's too many of them, though. And why, like, this one's a watchtower. Is it based on where you're from? Maybe because you say if you're... I don't know. If anybody knows, please reach out. I don't know. Not sure what they're hoping to accomplish with that, but I don't know. I'd like to know. Anyway, 184 has had a great run at it. They will be, Pun's going to be moving on. He's going to be going to 126. So shout out to him. And anybody that ends up following him. I know that some of the other people are going to be splitting up and moving along. I told you there's a ton of rumors, have a ton of rumors and a ton of things that are happening, but until they actually happen, and plus a lot of people tell me stuff and they put it in the vault. And I told you, I have so much stuff in my damn vault. I don't try not to say anything anymore because I don't remember if it's supposed to be in the vault or not in the vault. So I don't say anything. I try to just keep it all under wraps. But 126 has some great people in it. Yeah. So let's see. I don't know who you're going to. You're going to 126. I am not familiar with 126. Pun, but they are. Oh, is that where Aaron is? I'm just kidding. I don't know who Aaron is. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I know Seth. Yes. I've dealt with them in the 3v3 and arena. He's very strong. Yes. Both of these guys. Okay. Yep. Good server. Strong server. Okay. Yeah, they're falling into the same grouping. A lot of the other ones are very close to this Pun. They're stronger actually than some of the other ones we were looking at. They're more in that 77 range, just not the top end power, the 77 range. So Pun's going in there to strengthen them up. Good recruit. Good get from being able to pull Pun, I'll tell you that. Good get. You got yourself quite the power there. You're gonna pull him in. All right, Jenna Voodoo. Let me finish up the chat. I got to get to the account reviews. We always end up so damn long on Saturdays. So much to go through and do. I also want to do my last hit on World Boss, and then we'll jump into World Reviews. So let me just finish up the chat here. 120 going back to speed. Okay. I have another perspective about it. I think they should have cut it from the servers that are in season 3 and up. Yep. because the damages are already done. I'm okay. Well, I mean, General Voodoo, that's difficult to say though, right? Again, that's disregarding free to play. So first, you'd have to there have to be an argument here that you don't think free to play are in a better place in our servers than they are in the other servers, because continuing to do what you were doing is just going to widen the gap. The people who aren't spending are going to have a gap wide. Not talking about the gap that is already wide. My thing is, you're making an argument to say they don't matter because the gap's already wide. So just keep making it wider. That's where I think you lose me a little bit in the argument, where it's like, yeah, they should have cut it for those servers. You know what I mean? I don't think you can just disregard free to play players that were in our range and say it. So I don't know. I do agree with your sentiment though, that like they could have done a staging thing where they could have done it a little bit less. I think just leaving it the way it was though, where we were, I'm telling you, free to play and low spend the gap was becoming too wide. And will it make the gap smaller? Will it not? I think that's a naysayer to say that it's not going to work when it just happened. I would make the argument that there is no doubt free-to-play players in Season 6 around us were getting way more exclusive weapons than they ever were. So there's an argument to be made there that's helped. But I think you got to let it go a little bit longer to see how it all plays out, whether it's making a difference or not in the general range. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. See how it plays out. But I appreciate what you're saying, General Voodoo. I think a lot of people feel that way, so I appreciate you saying it, because I think there's a lot of people that do feel that way. They shouldn't have stopped it. I know Pun feels that way. Obviously, hey man, I just want to let you know you're the only guy I listen to for the game. Thanks, BC. Boy, you guys are. Boy, this is a hell of a group on Saturday. All of a sudden, I'll tell you what. I appreciate all of the hell out of all of you. Thank you so much. Gonna give me a complex. Stretch, as free to play, I now have some free bricks. I will miss the dollar pack during ammo event. Yeah, well, Stretch, well, you weren't always free to play, so you probably already have Taylor to 5, I bet. You probably have Shirley to 5 too. So probably in a different situation to use those bricks, but I get it. Genuinely, I don't dismiss that, Stretch, and I think that gets lost on a lot of it. I do think having like dollar packs and stuff were actually more important. I wish this game started with less of a greedy, pull and more of $1.99. And listen, maybe we'll get there. Maybe right now they're giving a breather from a lot of the spending, but maybe when they roll out some of these things, some of these new things, maybe there'll be more to like a 99-cent, $1, $1.99 stuff. You know, I'll make a whole argument about this. And I know we dragged on too much talking about this already, but I think there's an argument to be made that you can gain, if you're not sitting there trying to make your top end money, you can gain a lot of money by taking $1 from a billion people instead of sitting there trying to take, $1,000, from 1,000 people. I think there's just, you know what I mean? Like there's just something to that I think if you made it more reasonably priced, I think people have a lot easier time per month buying or spending $1 here or $1 there or $3 here, like on a coffee, rather than spending $50 on that or $40 on this, or knowing that, hey, if I buy this, it's not going to make a difference anyway. It's a drop in the bucket. It's bringing water to the beach. I'm not going to be able to help any. I think some of those things, though, if you had a game where it actually mattered and you could spend $1, $2, I think people would. And so in the long run, if you're allowing people where you're not making them go broke and they're not making terrible decisions because they're addicted and it's an addiction and they don't even realize it, but they're struggling to pay bills, and you can feel good about yourself in selling this stuff to people and still make a shit ton of profit, I think that would be the object of it. $1 per 1,000 people versus $1,000 per one per. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, YSR. Thank you. Start my snowballing and I just spit shit out, but yes, I agree. Server 70 went belly up. Is that true? Yeah, server 70 didn't look. We just looked at server 70. It didn't look very healthy, but I don't know what their situation is if they're recruiting and they're doing. They're definitely not as well off as they were 3 seasons ago, let's say. You could say that for a lot of servers though. So difficult to call them out specifically. Are you still reviewing? Love to hear what you're going to go. I am going to go review. It says the skin. Oh, is that all it is? I don't understand it. There's different ones for some. I don't know. It's not like they explain. The messaging is terrible anyway. Yusuf, you know something about season 7? I don't. I mean, I haven't been looking to try to know stuff about season 7. If you guys want to know stuff, I'm quite sure we can ask and get to know. We're in all the spots to know where everybody else is, to know the exact information that everybody else finds out about this game earlier. But I just don't have a ton of interest in it. If you want stuff that bad, like I guess we can start doing that. I hate the rumors. You know, these rumors come out in these places and people say things just to like try to get a drop on people, like, oh, this is the information, this is the information. But then they get it wrong half the time because the game changes stuff. So I hate sitting there and having to be like, oh yeah, they're gonna do this or they're gonna do that, and then they don't, right? Like they can change stuff all the time, you know, and what they're gonna say and what they're gonna do. But yeah, I mean, we're, you know, in the same Discord. We know what's going on around this place, but it's just a matter of like, let's focus on more fun shit than the Rumorville and stuff like that. So no, I haven't even thought about season 7, to be honest with you, or what's coming or what's going. Once I get into that stuff and I have it, we'll definitely cover it. I mean, we're gonna be. I don't know if season 7 we're gonna be OGs or if it's season 8. I'm not sure if we start after this, if we're gonna be on the same. If we're gonna be with. I don't know when they're doing the 3 through 164 separation. I'm not sure if they're doing that because technically, after this transfer in 8 days, they can divide the servers 3 through 164 right now. It's done. We know where everybody's going to land. I just don't know when they're doing it. If they're officially doing it before season 7 or after season 7. I know when the news came out, they talked about the transfers, but that's different. Obviously, the transfers are going to change. That happens after a season. But what they didn't talk about, and it's sad, will we spend season 7 with 3 through 164? I don't know that for sure. I guess we'll find out. I'm not that concerned about it, to be honest with you. With Awaken 5-star Kim and Marshall, is there any validity to 3 defenders, Lucius instead of Stetman? Well, do you use, I mean, being a tank squad, do you use air? Probably not. It's probably your third team. So I know there may be. I mean, there were some where I haven't seen Kim 5-star yet. I think we got to do some sandboxing around that. I did see early on with like Kim. I only have Kim at 2-star. I did see early on Kim at 2 stars, and Stetman was still like providing awful lot of advantage offensively for that. So I think it's a great fun sandbox right there. I think that's fun. I think that's a fun thing to discuss and talk about. I would think there's validity to the conversation, 100,000,000% stretch. Yeah, it sounds like a great test to run through, because the longer you can keep Marshall and Kim alive, the better. Especially, again, I don't know 5-star. I imagine 5-star Kim must be incredibly strong, because I saw the difference between Tesla going from to 4-star, and man, there was a definite increase. I'm glad to catch you on live stream. It's giving me an ulcer. Transfer season is giving me an ulcer. Hey, Thomas, what's up, man? I think transfer season is giving a lot of people an ulcer. All right, let's go. We got to go account reviews. Good to have you in, Coms. Glad you can join. We're going to do our last world boss. For those of you that did not do it, that don't know the trick, I'll probably do a little video for it too, or who knows. Maybe I'll just take this and give it to everybody. So, world boss hit. What are we doing? There's a couple things you need to take into consideration, especially with your season 6 for the world boss hit. Number 1 is to activate your fish. Joe, make sure you're activating your fish. Boom. Get that out the way. Activate those fish. Get the bonus percentage from your fish. Okay, that's number 1. Oh, you gonna claim? All right, that's number 1. Number 2, you got to get War Fever. That's going to be number 2. Number 3, you're going to have your battle cards. We got to set these up. So let's set up our battle cards. We're going to, actually, I don't even know where I am right now. Okay, I'm here. Let me put my shield on real quick, so I'm going to do account reviews before I go back to fighting. Okay. We are going to do battle cards. We just want to replace this with the zombie card right here. There you go. And then this one we replace with this. This is the big one. Destruction attribute boost. It's a destruction attribute boost right here. Now we have to take our card here. One of them I'm going to replace, make this our attacking. We're going to turn it to an attacker and increase our attack on the world boss. So I'm going to make that. And then on this card, we're going to turn this card into this one right here, which is Demolition Expert. Now, Demolition Expert, you may look at it from a core card perspective and say, well, that doesn't do anything because it's durability damage. How does this work? You're right. It doesn't do anything for World Boss by itself. However, with the battle card of Attribute Boost, when you put Demolition Expert status, your heroes and squads gain 18% for attack. So that's what we're going after. All right. So those are our cards. We're set. Here we go. We're going to go in there and move in. Let's see. Let's get our lineup set now. We have to put our gear. Let's take our gear off of... Oh, no. We're doing air today, so we don't want to do that. Let's take it off of... let's take it off of missile. Because where are we going to put it? We are going to put it on Sarah. All right, and then we have a couple on here for guns. So we'll take the gun from Swift, and we'll take the gun from Fiona, and we will. Oh, I know what I need to do. Yeah, so I need to take all of my Swift as well. Let's put it on Marshall. Rare times that I'm actually hitting the world boss for real. So let me get rid of fence. I'm gonna put Marshall in here, and then we're gonna put Sarah in here. And God, I don't remember. I want to say it. If I remember the lineup, I think it was Sarah. Sarah first, I think. Sarah, Marshall. Oh my God, I can't remember where I used to line my folks up. God, I never do world boss hits anymore that I care about. Okay. Actually, let me look real quick. Let me look at somebody else. I think I got that back row mixed. I don't want the strongest people. Let me see. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, okay, I thought so. Then, all right, so Skylar Morrison, Diva. Yeah, it's probably, we can mix them up. Skylar Morrison, Diva. Yeah, okay. Skylar, Diva, Morrison. Either way, we can mix them up and try multiple hits anyway. So, but it's I knew somebody was over here. Couldn't remember who. So let's do this. Let's do that. Okay. All right, and I think everybody else should be 5. I should have all my gear up here. Mythic gear should be good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right, we activated our fish. Now let's go get War Fever. Oh, shit. That was dumb, huh? Because I need War Fever. Yeah, well, yeah, all right. So it is what it is. War Fever, and now let me get... Okay, then I gotta do my battle. I'll do this. Increase this. Tactics. Demolition Expert. All right. All right, you guys ready? We're gonna use... one more thing. I forgot to put my Overlord. Okay. Let's go. Protectors. Go. Here's where I was before with goals, by the way. I needed 40 million. And I got 44. Boom. So now I should have my, right there, goal. Boom. Got two of them. 40 million and 43 million I hit. Right there. This is a big one. 100 cores. 3. Boom. And that'll be as high as it's going to get, by the way. What do we got? What do we have to 46, right? And what was I just now? 44. I have to make up somehow yeah, sorry, billion. I got to make up 2 billion somehow. Shit. I don't think I can make up 2 billion, but we'll try. Yeah, I just used protectors. Didn't I? Thought I did. I meant to if I didn't. Maybe you're right. Maybe I didn't use them. I don't know. We'll find out. Because I think I went to use protectors and I realized I didn't have my overlord. And then I went back and I might have just attacked. Well, hopefully I didn't. Because if this is with protectors, I think I get like 2 billion extra with protectors. Or 3 billion maybe even. No. See, I used protectors on the hit. I thought I did. Too bad. All right, so this was definitely the best lineup. And 2 billion is a lot to make up, man. That's going to be a hard swing with all the things I just used. Yeah, that's fair point. You're right. Let me put the mushroom on the base and see if I can get a little bit of a bump. I don't think it's going to be 2 billion, but it'll be a bump. You know what else? I think I have my tank right now. Some other bases, but I don't really care enough to use them right now just to do this. I don't think, and I'll go look, I don't think getting to this next level was that big a deal. I look at the rewards. So see what I mean? Like it's speed ups, some cores. So I just got 100. This is 30k and 1k diamonds. Not I got whoa. Now hold on. I would give you 1.5. Whoa. Okay, I got 1 billion there. Now I'm only 500,000 off. Okay, now we gotta work just on the principle because that was 1.1. Okay, let's try to switch. Let's do like a simple switches to see if we get anything. Too close now. Now it's the principle of the matter. Nope, that wasn't working. Anybody else using a different lineup that I can try? He's doing okay, so he's got Diva, Skylar. I mean, he's incredibly strong, but okay, we'll try it. Diva, Skylar, and Morrison. Let's try some different lineups here that other people are finding success with. Diva, Skylar, Morrison. Okay. Try this. I'm gonna run out of protectors to keep doing this with. Nope, not for me. One thing I'm gonna do is instead of using, we don't have to use protectors. We can do this without protectors. So first thing we'll do is let's just hit this regular. Let me see what the power was on that. All right, so 43. We're trying to see if 43.2 is going to be higher. All right. Who's got the next one? Well, now let's get my baseline here. 45.5. So, Fire Marshal Sarah Tyler. Okay. Let me get my baseline on this. So 43. Well, okay, so his is, that's weird, right? So 43.1, this lineup that I'm using now is my highest. This lineup with protectors was higher than this lineup without protectors. Very strange. Must have to do with the, if that's Marshall's survival or Sarah's survival or something, getting more with the amplification of the protectors. Then I don't know. Very strange. Joel, Skylar, Morrison. He's a Marshall. Everybody up here's got Marshall in front. I always thought Sarah was. Yeah, Peanut's got Sarah. I always thought Sarah's supposed to go first. Marshall, Sarah. He's got the same one as he just copied his. What's Peanut got? Sarah and okay, Diva, Morrison, Skylar. Okay, let's try that. Might have already tried that. Does she have Diva, Morrison, Skylar? Yeah. These folks might be higher too because their Diva Awakening might be higher because mine's only 2 stars. He's 3-star. They're 4-star. 3-star. They're all higher than mine is. $43.2. Then it was $43.1. Then it was $42.5. So that was not helpful at all. We already did the... Nobody got anything new in here? All right. So they're all got the same thing I have. Oh, he's got Morrison first. Okay, that'd be different. Morrison, Diva, Skylar. All right, let's try it. I didn't try him. Oh, we didn't do... Oh, I got to do Peanuts again because I thought I had switched Morrison, but I didn't, so I didn't copy hers. So let me copy hers with Sarah to the left as well. So I'll do these two, and if these two don't work, then I'm going to get interesting. And I'm going to see if there's something I can open. Maybe I got something I can open with power. No, that definitely wasn't it. All right, let's do Peanuts real quick, the right way. She had Sarah Marshall, Eva Morrison. I did not do that. Sarah Marshall, Eva Morrison. Okay, I'm going to give you a fair shot here, Peanut. Come on. I need some, just a little bump. A little bump. Holy shit, that tanked. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. So Skylar Morrison Diva was my best. All right. All right. What do I have to lift power? What do I have to lift a little bit of power? I got my fish. I already did all that. I have my war fever wear off, or is it still good? War fever's still good. What do I have to temporarily open? Got base. March speed. Okay, here I can boost hero attack, HP and attack 5% by opening this. How many do I have of these? Oh, let me go look. Do I have it? Do I have any that I have multiple on? Because I don't really want to use it. But I'll use it to get a bump if it gives me enough power. I only have one. I have one of this one of this one. I just got Ancestral Fortress. That's one of those. These frames. Do I get anything from the frames? Frames give me anything? See if we can get anything here. Oh, okay, hold on. So this one I have... This one I got a shit ton on. Go ahead. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Hold on. Got a shit ton of these frames. Let me use a frame. Boost hero attack 2.5%. Okay, I got a bunch of these. There's 219,000 there. How about we use this one? Another 175. And what's this one? This one doing anything? Oh, this one doesn't do anything. Okay, that's it. That's all I got for frames. Plates? Anything plates in here? Anything they can again? Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Maybe we got enough here now, huh? That was great. I never use these. I never use those things, man, those frames and stuff. I damn sure don't want to. Like switch to the cool guy frame. Not that it's gonna add any power, just because I don't want to be in a shit frame. All right, let's see what we do. Let's make it happen. We got the lineup we want. Protectors. Go. We gonna make it happen? No? No difference? Did I use protectors? Oh no, my card's probably expired. I bet you my card expired, guys. I bet you that's why it didn't work. Because I think it's only, did I just use it for 50, it's like 10 minutes or something? It's 10 minutes. I probably just did that for 10 minutes, right? Shit. Because that's got to be enough. That's got to be enough. I bet you it's done. Yeah, it's all done. That's why the other things weren't increasing. So I lost 18% on the power with this because you only get 10 minutes to use it. So I got 2 hours. I'll have to do it again. Well, I'll have to do it. Sorry, guys. You guys won't see it. I'll let you know. Ask me in my chat on Sunday night. And we'll see if we'll do it. Maybe I'll put that on video when I actually do it to show it. But I guarantee you, because look at what I did. Based on all those things that I opened, look at the power difference. Without using that additional 18%, I was now at 40. I had to beat 45.5 because I'm trying to get to 46. Without the 18%, I was now 45. And what was I before when I was hitting? Without it, 42. So I got 3 billion increase almost on just opening those up. So 100% I'm going to be able to do it. And what am I going to, can I get to the next? I can't get to the next one. That's too much to ask. And by the way, this is all just for the fun of it to try to get to the next one. Because I mean, these rewards aren't that great, to be honest with you, once you get up here. The next big one is at 55 billion is the next big one to get. But that one I just got was pretty good. That one I just got was a pig grab. I'll be honest with you. Air sucks for these rewards. You know what I mean? Like, it just friggin' blows, dude. Like, these rewards are dog shit. Just like what are we getting? You know? Like, the material, the purple material, it's not even gold material. It's purple material. And then what? So I hit for 40 and I got, like, okay, so you're going to give me armor materials? It doesn't matter. 100 core? I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. And when I say dog shit, I'm like, yeah, sure, all rewards are good to get, but let's think about what some of the other ones have. Mythic prints, for crying out loud. What's missile, I think? Is it missile has mythic prints? Is it missiles? Or tanks? I think it's missiles. Has mythic prints in the goals? They were giving out mythic prints? Like, Jesus. I want to talk about what's better. I'd rather have mythic prints. Who wouldn't want to have mythic prints as a reward for pushing it? All right, cool. We got to get to the account reviews real quick. So we did a shit ton today. Talked about a lot. All right, let me get over to here, you guys. Here we go. We're going to chat about, what are we chatting about? We are chatting about the WWC. And for those of you that do not know, discord.gg/WWC. So discord.gg/join WWC. Discord.gg/join WWC. We are now at I'm almost 3,000, I think. So new thing we started, just want to bring you up to speed on a new thing. If you guys didn't see it, I did send it out for all you that are members of us and join. We started a new experience. So the more you chat, the more levels you move up for chatting. So you're going to get recruit. Let me see if I can. I don't know what I created. I coded this thing the other night. It took me like an hour and a half to code it for the Discord. And where was I for coding? Let me see something. Okay. So when you get experience, you're going to get 15 experience for every message that you send. And so they're going to be, there's 90 levels for chatting now. So you start, you're going to be like a recruit, and then at level 5 you move to private, and then level 10 you move to sergeant, and then lieutenant and captain and major and commander and warlord. And those are all the things that you move to. So the more you chat, the more you have it. So let's go and look at like some of the people. Delbone here has been chatting. You can see here he's listed as a recruit, as opposed to Juan, who's been chatting, is now a sergeant already from chatting. So everybody's going to get a new layer, which is just cool. Here's actually the activity board. So Quan called up. Anytime somebody can put / I don't know what it is, like leaderboard, I think. And then the leaderboard comes up. If you put / rank, you can see your personal rank. And here's the leaderboard so far. Somebody's at level 20 already. Level 15, whatever. So there's like 90 levels to show. Now, why are we doing that to begin with? So for a couple things. So one, what I really want to do is when we give away giveaways and stuff, I've talked about this before. I don't like giveaways a lot of times because all giveaways do are bring people in that want giveaways. They don't actually increase your community for the better sometimes. It's just a bunch of people come in, they want to submit their name for a giveaway. If they get the giveaway, cool. Otherwise, they're out. And then people shout off these big numbers like, hey, I have, 30,000 members are part of my community. Yeah, but it's a dead community. Like all people are waiting for is you to do a giveaway. Then they'll show up. Otherwise, they're not showing up. So I wanted to make sure that we're active. So if we're going to bring in people, let's make sure they're active and let's make sure they're doing stuff. So we're giving away to our active members in the community. How do we do that? So if you give a message in the last 30 days in our community, then you're considered active. So if people are actually commenting, whatever, and this will keep playing itself out the longer that we go. You can also see, and you can, reward and look at folks that are actually doing a lot of contributing to our community. So we have a lot of that stuff that we're doing in regards to that, because you can just look at where they rank and see, like, okay, where are they and stuff like that. We can move up. The other thing is we have the ability to take away experience from certain folks and do different things depending on what happens in the thing. So it's really giving you more control over the community and allowing to reward the community for actually interacting, and then we can give rewards based on interactions and based on how people are doing. So we'll start having more giveaways and contests based on this, whether it's For the Discord, we're going to start giving more rewards. We'll have it on YouTube, but even when we do it on YouTube Live, we'll only be using it to give away for people that are actually in Discord. So that's what we started. We have actually a bunch more that I'll be coding soon for the community. We'll have more changes that are coming, by the way. But this is just one I wanted to highlight for recently that I just dropped, I think, Thursday night. I think I coded it up. So I have more code that I'll be dropping and doing over the coming weeks and stuff as we move forward. So if you wonder why I'm not getting your messages, it's probably because I'm sitting here spending hours coding a Discord and getting the messages. But it's off season now, so these are going to be fun things that I do as far as developing the Discord and moving forward. All right. All right. Get that out. Now let's go into our... Where is my YouTube? There it is. YouTube. Okay. Let's go into YouTube requests and let's go in. What do we have? All right. Here we go. Oh, Palantir is waiting. Palantir? Gotcha, buddy. All right. Wow. We got to get caught up with some of this stuff. Okay. Here we go. Palantir. I already looked at your thing. Think. Just one thing you want to create the WC. You're welcome, Palantir. Thank you for being part of it. Palantir is probably a sergeant too, by the way. He's always in there. Kind of storm. Would like to thank you. Hey, Cobb, you got a shout out. Look at that. And my cross server friend who are all at the time of writing on week 72. You're probably further now. I'm low spender in the past week. I've switched between Top Alliance and Fourth Alliance in our server, which has impacted my resources, mainly gold. It also will allow you to probably be more in Desert Storm and Canyon Storms. There's also positives to take from doing that too. The age of oil approaching and the possibility of transferring into a more competitive and stronger server. I wanted your input. You'll find there's resource inventory, research, battle reports prior to Hero Day. After the glittering event this week, I have enough mythic blueprints to upgrade mythic radars for both Murphy and Williams. Good choices. After season declaration, I should have enough honor points from Queen's rewards and Faction rewards. Best in 2 shields for Murphy and Williams. Reports depending on position. Okay. Your gear. So you just want to know about gear. Okay, so tech and gear. You want to know where you're going to focus on tech and gear. All right, let's go. So, oops. Okay, you're on the left. You're here. Makes sense. So you're going to do Murphy and Williams. Okay. I approve this message. That's good. Radars, increase the radars. Kim, you have the gun. So you're saying, did you say? All right, from a gear perspective, your tank, early tank, right now at 150. Without a doubt, the most important thing for you is going to be your defense and your Marshall and Kim. Those are your main. That's your main concern right now. Is just making sure Kim stays alive, Marshall stays alive, and your defense. Your tank team, you're going to be facing other air squads, stuff like that. Have disadvantage there, so you want to make sure the battle lasts longer. That is why you're going to work on your defense, especially with tank teams. Defense works phenomenally up front to increase the gear as well as shields. You're in season 2, so moving into season 3, you're going to face a lot more missiles. I would not sleep on shields. Shields are incredibly important, so I would also be upgrading my shields and not just the radar. Kim as well for your working on your chip. The beautiful thing here is you can just add a couple extra dots as you move forward and work on them all at the same time. It's not like you're going to have enough mythic to increase all of these. So if you just work on your shields, work on Chip, and then also Marshall. Marshall's empty here. I definitely would be adding defense to Marshall. So that's what I would say with gear. For your tech, okay. If you got all your tank is your team 1, so as long as you get your top your 2 tank branches and your bottom 4 on tank, I'm fine with your hero actually. Make sure the bottom 4 is done though. So much power in there. Maybe that's what you're doing with these, and that's cool. Units, probably got the most out of units, but you want to make sure you're getting the most power. It's very expensive in units to do these two, but make sure you get your bottom 4 here and then go ahead and do units. That's your non-valor push. Why are you 99% with Alliance Duel? I don't know what your 1% is, but you should get that done. All right, boost power. Yeah, Special Forces has a ton of power in it. I don't know where you are in that branch. I will tell you that there is a ton of opportunity in Special Forces for power, though. Don't sleep on it. You're leaving to go work on other things, which are fine. I would be working on Special Forces and bumping a lot of the things that are in Special Forces up. A lot of power in there. Don't sleep on that. Keep pushing. Do you have T10 troops? Did you send me that? Is Palantir in the chat? Yeah, I don't know. At all times, Palantir's not here. This would be one. I don't know if you're in T10 troops, but that's priority as you move forward here. You're at 60% already. I hope you're not, actually. That would make me feel good that you're slow rolling that. I would spend a lot more time on Special Forces if I were you. There's a lot of power in there you're leaving. A lot. They're better. Okay. I don't know where your Age of Oil is. Age of Oil is nice. It's nice to have. But there's a ton of increases in there outside of your power to go non-power ads too. But man, there's a reason why it's boost power. I don't know if you have your TL10 on your trip through here, so I would be focusing here on everything. And based on where this is, I don't know where your mastery is, but you should be putting way more into your mastery. So this would tell me more of a story with what you didn't share with me than what you did. So I would be focusing on your Special Forces, and also let me know where you are with mastery. If you do not have your mastery at, let's say, 60% right now, then you should be straight up mastery. Don't worry, your siege and defense is fine. It's good to work on them, but your mastery is going to give you way more. I would be pushing your mastery to probably like 50-60% before I would be going any further with defense or siege, and definitely push through your Special Forces with all the power that's in there. All right. There you go. That's your tech, what I say to do with your tech. Oh, you got a part 2. In terms of tech, my goal is to have defense 40 siege upgraded up to March speed with the minimum requirement. What? March speed? At the beginning of season 3 before focusing on Age of Oil and tank no, dude. I don't know what you're up to, but jump into tank mastery and push that like nobody's business. You're leaving so much power on the table, man. What? You have to get Special Forces? Oh, that's fair. Okay, thank you. You're right. Yeah, so there you go. Unlock mastery and then push mastery. That's 100% what I'd be doing. Your Special Forces and you're fine, bro. You put too. Usually it's the reverse. Usually I have to make arguments for people to work on siege and defense fortifications. To me, you push too much to defense and defense fortifications. You need to unlock your mastery and work on your mastery, man. That's got to be your number one focus. 80%. I thank you for that. I forgot that you had the. I forgot there was even a prerequisite. But yeah, you got to do Special Force, and Special Force is a treat. There's a ton of stuff in there, so you'll be gaining power from defense force. You have a ton of power to gain, man. You got all that from Special Forces, and then you get to move into mastery and gain all that. dude. Your tank squad's going to be so much better when you start working on your mastery. So much stronger. Yeah, just get done. Get done with those two. Anyway, in terms of tech, my goal is to have defense. Yeah, that shouldn't be your goals. Age of Oil commences this Sunday. Do you recommend waiting until next research day? I mean, you unlock your after you unlock the you speed down to the bottom and you unlock your extra oil. You unlock your oil wells and you get those upgraded because the longer that you're working on oil, the better. There's a ton of good stuff in Age of Oil, but there's a ton of good stuff when you're talking about power. If you're not building and you don't care about power at all, then you can do some of these advantage things. The one thing you can't do is wait though for open your oil wells. You have to open them and you need to upgrade your oil wells because you want every single day you're collecting oil. It is a better day for you in the long run. So max out those oil wells and just start collecting. And then the rest of the Age of Oil tree you can come back to. But your prioritization of skipping over special forces and skipping over mastery, yeah, is mind-boggling to me. I'm not sure why. After Tech Research Day, I'm focusing mainly on Hero Tech. After Tech Research Day, I don't know why you're focusing on Hero Tech either, Palantir. I think you're a low spender or free to play, one or the other. You don't need all that other Hero Tech in there. It's incredibly expensive. And why? How often are you using your Team 2 and your Team 3? Because if you're not, then why are you worried about increasing them? I mean, it's fine. Like, it's good power in there. I'm just saying from a priority perspective, if you're not using those teams, then why are you going to dump all of those resources in when you have resource to use on things like mastery, which is incredibly expensive? Special forces, incredibly expensive. That's got to be your priority. The Hero Tech, now, if you're talking Hero Tech because you didn't complete the bottom 4, then okay, then I agree. That's incredibly valuable for you. In terms of construction, my only remaining builds are headquarters, missile center. It should be completed within this week. Okay. When I first started playing, I prioritized level 5 drone components. All right. Okay. You don't gather resource. Why would you not gather resources though? Why? I mean, this is a high spender comment right here, bro. This isn't a good strategy comment. This is a high spender comment. Why would you not gather on radar day? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, but you don't need to use these. That's where it comes in advantage of you can select on push days and different things your alliance needs from you. The bare minimum you're talking about both. The bare minimum to reach 7.2 million points is this. This is the bare minimum. If you're looking for 7.2, then all you need to do is what you're not doing. Yeah, start collecting, man. That doesn't make any sense to me. Drone components aren't a problem at the moment. My combat boost should be level 300 by now. Okay. I mean, whatever. Your exclusive weapons are a problem. Didn't get to 20 yet. You're level 10 for Kim and Murphy. Or level 11. I don't know where you are now. You're jumping all over on these reports. This one shows level 20. This shows level 24 for Kim. Level 20, and one of them show level 24 for Kim. Okay, I don't know what advice you need from me in here if you were asking for advice, but my advice is, dude, start collecting on radar day. I don't know what the F you're doing there. In part 3, this guy's got, Palantir's got books. What's going on, bro? In terms of heroes, currently I'm focusing on getting T2 to 5. Okay. Hopefully by the time Adam, finally, and Fiona should be 5. Okay. With the season 2 celebration market, would you advise concerning spend during this event? Last season, I had enough exclusive weapon shards to unlock Diva's exclusive weapon, increase Tesla's exclusive weapon. No, you should be pushing your tank exclusive weapons to 30. Tally the amount of times the exclusive weapon shard appeared with the intent of buying the same. Your exclusive weapons will get more as you get further, but focus on your T1, bro. Low spenders, high spenders shouldn't be worrying about their T2s right now. You should be worried about your T1s. You're not getting enough exclusive weapons to even move your T2s to 30. You got to make sure you have them to level 20 for the Awakening Shard. But as you're early in the game, man, you want to get yours to level 30 as much as possible and collect them to get them to level 20. Level 20 is more priority than level 30 is when you're going hero. So if you unlock an exclusive weapon and your hero is like level 26, you should stop, bring the new hero up to 20, then continue your push through 30. With my T1 and T2 now at 5-star, would you recommend focusing solely on exclusive? Yes, I would. Yeah. You're low spender, high spender. You're not going to be able... You're season 2, bro. You're not going to be able to start a team 2. You don't have your heroes. You don't have your T1 heroes to 30. You got a lot of work to do, man. I would 100% be focusing on T1. Don't get ahead of yourself. That's what people do. They spread out too much. You spread out too much, and then you can't do anything. You want to just dump in. So just focus on your T1, man, and make that as strong as you can. Then things will naturally, once you populate your T1, things will start to overflow, and they'll just naturally move to your second team. You don't have to force it. When you're spender, you have more of these luxuries where you can push things to get a second team going, and your exclusive one to your second team, and putting weapons over here and there. It makes more sense. But for you, no. Murphy and Kim are two that you're definitely going to be using, and you should be pushing. Move from the game. How would you approach exclusive weapons outside of the black market? What do you mean? There's nothing you can, there's nothing you can do. The whole point of the game is made is to decrease the amount of exclusive weapons that you can get. So I don't know if you're a non-spender, then I don't know. Although you're asking for the value option. So if you're spending Palantir, I don't know how much you're spending, but there's very little you can do. There's exclusive shards that are still, I believe, in, what is it, glittering or mobilization. Mobilization still has like the 800 pack that's at like, the old $100 level. They're not deals in value in any way, shape, or form. So I don't know that I would really be dumping money into those. I would just keep riding it the way everybody else keeps riding it for free to play and collecting the exclusive weapons and all participation. Getting what you can from the Alliance stores, getting what you can from the battle passes when they have it. Get the exclusive shards from the events that you can play. Like, I would just focus on that for rewards and push them normally. I really wouldn't worry too much about buying exclusive weapons at this point if there's no value there. Go in the direction of value. Don't just spend to spend. And exclusive weapons are not valuable. They're not valuable. They're not value right now. If you see them in the black market, sure. Go ahead and push them because you need them, to push forward. But especially now. But I just wouldn't be concerned. Well, the Overlord training guidebook has been removed. Good. You don't need that shit anyway. And the Overlord has been released next season. Would your advice be? My advice would be that go after the shards. Push the shards and don't do any of the attack skills. Push your defensive skills on the gorilla. It's a defensive thing. Worry about your training only up to what you have to open your bond rating at to push your bond rating. Otherwise, you don't have to worry about pushing special training. Just go at a normal pace. You can do that all for free. The game gives you enough to do that all at a normal pace for free. You don't really have to buy to keep up with the bond rating. Your biggest drawback on that is going to be bond. You're not going to get enough bond badges. So if you can get the 20 from the bounty hunter store, that would be the best thing to do. But yeah. Okay. All right, so we're done. Wow, Palantir. I'll tell you, man. Something else over here. What do we? Oh, wrong button. We're at 2 hours 50. Jesus Christ, long show tonight. All right, let's see. Gotta get through some more. I am mainly looking for maybe general overview of my account. That missile EW would be best to push to 30. Got nearly enough saved to get Adam to 20 next season. You're on missile? Missile team coming in. Okay. Let's see. Otherwise, I tend to be more of a light spender in keeping to the 500 brick packs. Tech is full focus on mastery right now, and after finishing the attack defense and notes on siege defense, not sure what else to ask or write, but a big thank you for what you do for this. Okay, you're welcome, sir. All right, so you are an incredibly light spender. Got it. Second. Going way too long here. Way too long. Stuff going on. All right, sorry. Let me see. Where were we? Okay, you said 30. Okay, yeah. Exclusive weapons and you're a light spender. Gotcha. All right, let's go. Missile. Okay, that's not going to tell me anything. All right. Okay, so that's your number 1. You're doing fine here. What are you looking for priority for? You got priority. Oh, are you? Am I always do this. You got the wrong. Do I got the right person? How do I know? How do I know what side you're on? I don't think you said it. Mr. 82. Am I going to guess that you're this person because your weapons are behind? I don't know which person you are. Oh, you said after that, finishing. I'm mastery right now. Let's see where your tech is. Some screen you show, you take clip. Oh. Okay, you're on the right. Perfect. So I'll tell you what, that's a huge thing, folks. Just let me know what side you're on. All right. 30, yep. Okay, that's correct. So you got that. You got that moving forward. Why aren't you moving Tesla's exclusive weapon? I'm not sure what you're doing here. I love that's the exclusive weapon. The funny thing about McGregor is McGregor is and people think that McGregor gets devalued a lot of times. for him and his exclusive weapon. It's not that McGregor gets devalued. Oh, I mean, you could take it as McGregor's getting devalued and deprioritized. It's not that. It's that McGregor is so. First of all, his level 10 is incredibly strong. Is like exclusive weapon when you uncover level 10, which is really good. And then on top of it, when you look at McGregor as a hero, McGregor for himself is incredibly strong already. He's already so tanky out the box. It's not the exclusive weapon that you need to make him an amazing hero. He's already an amazing hero out the box in what he does and in how he's tanky. So if you're going to make him more tanky, yeah, that's great. 100% there's value because it lasts. It makes it makes him absorb more damage, and the more he's absorbing, the less everybody else is absorbing. So yeah, 100%. It's a valid argument for anybody who's looking for McGregor and what to do. I think the reason why you don't look as much on him from a level 30 perspective is because he's already tanky. Like you're already getting an incredible amount of tankiness from him. So that's why somebody is going to give you more offense, especially on a missile team that's incredibly crit heavy, offensive in what they're doing. You work on more of the offensiveness of them. I think for me. So yeah, I love. This is going to go great with these skill. We're about to have a skill roundtable. You guys are going to love this. I'm telling you, you guys are going to absolutely effing love this thing I'm putting together. I'll have probably within a little bit. It won't be much longer, and you guys are going to love it. Anyway, yeah. So I love Tessa for that reason myself in this thing due to that. Because it's not solo. And yeah. And then yeah. Anyway. Sorry, I'm incredibly distracted right now. So here your gear looks great. Your gear is looking, oh yeah, okay. Your front hero sweat is good. Okay. Here, I love it. I love your defense. McGregor looks great. Yep, offense is looking good. Okay. Yeah, your defense. I love how you have everybody set up with your shields. Your skill chips can go here as well, by the way, for your main heroes. Gain more defense, defensive as well. But I do like what you're doing here. No gun. It's good. Hey, your gear looks great, bro. Your gear looks great. Man, wish more people would follow your lead with gear. 164, you're good here. You're way off the trail to try to get to 200, and that's fine. Just enjoy the ride. You're good. 5 chips across the board. I like it. I like it a lot. You did that right. Okay, yeah, bro. I don't have much for you. You look in great shape. Gorilla, same thing for you. Just slowly increase this to just push your bond rating. Look at this. Yep. Don't work on your attack. Work on your defense. Jesus, bro. Yeah, you definitely need the gorilla shard, so you're somebody that's gonna want to push those when you see them. No problem there. Tech looks good. 61. Okay, you're slowly moving those. You got those. Sweet. You got your special forces out. You're pushing your mat. Holy man. I mean, dude, you don't need a review. You're doing great. You're flying high, bro. I love it. War leader, don't worry about that. Wall, you're fine. Yep. Hey, man. Your squad looks great, bro. Three. Oh, I should have put the date. Yeah, big fan. Big fan of this one. I'll tell you that right now. Looks amazing. Following. All right, Hal, I'm just looking for some general advice of where to go and what I do. I don't spend much. Season passes and exclusives and such. To more and less we move forward. This is small. Okay. I am on the right track with buildings and tech and gear and such, but not much I see left to work on to get stronger, and I lose when I think I should win. Well, I mean, come on, bro. That's everybody. And not sure where to go. I know where to go, huh? I don't know where you are in the game. I don't know what kind of spender you are. You don't spend much. Okay, so at least you gave that clue. I'll look at your exclusives, diagnose where you are. You're 60. You look pretty good to me. You're 66 million. So I don't know what your problem is there. You are air. Yeah, all that looks fine to me. Tanks 43, tank down, whatever. Yeah, you're moving your overlord. You got that going right. Where are your skills for your overlord? 30, 30. Okay, so stop moving your offensive skills. Keep pushing your defensive skills. That's the first thing you can do there. 30, you're moving this. That's just fine. Don't worry about it. Fine there. T11. Oh, you already unlocked T11 troops? Jesus, you're in great shape. What's your drone at? 200? 177. Okay, well, there you go. Let's see where your gear's at before you start moving on that. I don't see... Uh-oh. No gear, my man. Oh, okay, hold on. I mean, there's nothing you can do on Deco. You can show me your Deco all you want, but there's nothing to do on Deco anyway. Air. All right, here we go. 30, 30, you're pushing. I mean, come on, bro. You're left? You look great. You got reds, boy, people would love to have your problems, I'll tell you that right now. Look at your gear. What do you got? Like season, you're like season, you gotta be what season, you got McGregor, you got Morrison. So you gotta be season 5 at least. It's the end of the season, so you must be season 6. How are you 66 million is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, why are you only 66 million? Was that right? You said it said 66 million? Would you take your gear off to get to 66? How the hell are you getting to 66 million? I would think you're more like 70s. At least with this type of gear. Bro, your gear is incredible. You're looking great. Uh, I can't see your other heroes, so oh shit. You got so many screens here, I don't know where to look at. You have this one with the heroes. I can see where you are, 30 and 30, and only 22 for Skylar. So I don't know where your other heroes are for. Uh-oh. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Okay, so you're Carly 20. Yeah, you're 30 Lucius. You got all exclusive weapons to 30 almost, bro. So looking at your team, you are your T11s are unlocked. Your gear is good. You're just short some reds, but your gear, your blueprints are solid. You almost have all 30 exclusive weapons as you move forward there. Your drone, what was your drone? Your tech real quick. Your tech's all maxed. Your mastery is maxed. What are we talking about? Level 9, you're almost level 10 components. So your biggest thing that you need to improve, it looks like to me, is chips. And probably, what are you, drone? Probably drone. Where's your drone again? These are all out of order. I thought I saw something with your drone level, but maybe not. Or maybe it was up here. Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, so your drone, your next stops. Normally, I'm telling everybody to push their gear. Your gear is fantastic. I mean, you have a red print problem. Who doesn't have a red print problem? You'll be able to get, keep going through the honor points and the glittering event, get your free one. You'll be getting red with everybody else. And season points for me, no doubt with you. You should 100% be pushing towards red prints. You need red prints. So that's your biggest thing. You don't necessarily need the blueprints as much as the red prints. I'll also say you don't really need bullseye as much as I see everybody else who needs bullseye. So you have the opportunity to push your drone to 200 is the next big step for you. Skill chip problem. Everybody's got a skill chip problem, but you're at 5 stars, so that's pretty good for skill chips. I would say your drone and reds are the best thing you can do. I'm just surprised you're only 66 million because you're looking pretty damn good. Oh, you're on here, B-Dub. 70 million. Yeah, well, dude, I mean, you're not far away from exploding, brother. You need mastery. Keep pushing that mastery to 100%. Get into tactical and push your tactical. There's going to be there's a ton of power in there for you to go in there, but you are set up in a good spot, man. The gear is the hardest part. So you get your exclusive weapons, which are almost a 30 there. You're going to get your gear solidified. And then on top of that, you get a mastery behind you. You're gonna be incredibly solid, bro. Incredibly solid team. I wouldn't worry about it. Just take some time to get in there, but yeah. Just keep pushing red prints. Anytime you see them, your decision is easy. Skin or red print, you're red print. Anything that you can do to get red prints, you got them. I should get 2 sets of red prints in 2 days when right. So once you get those red prints, you're already going to be solidified. So make sure where was your gear? But your gear looked great, man. I love your gear. I mean, you got a bunch of red prints going on here. So normally I say radars for your red prints. What you may want to do though for you is at least one of them being a chip, because you don't have any reds that are chips, and you have the opportunity when you do the reds on the chips that you can actually put Diva in put a front Diva. Or anybody in the front, if you wanted to. You could put Morrison in there, but they need to have strongest gear in order to do that. So your problem if you can't do that, if you don't have them incredibly well protected to be a front hero. So you got to think about if you want to do that. You might want to run some tests on your team to see how you like that of having a front hero like Diva or Morrison in the front for yourself. And if you do, then that's how you spend one of your prints, because you have none that are chips right now. And I would recommend a full red hero if you're going to do front. But otherwise, just keep pushing Divas, your bread and butter, brother. So I would keep pushing. Any gear that you can do to keep Diva alive. Just keep pushing Diva's gear. 100%. That's air in a nutshell, man. You just have to keep Diva alive. Yeah, you're good, bro. Your team is good. Just keep pushing. You're gonna have a breakthrough. It's probably gonna come from your tech. Is gonna be your breakthrough moment for you. Because your tech, you just need mastery. Oh, you have 100% mastery. So you're looking to go. Okay, so you're looking to finish tank so you can go to tactical. Yeah, that's gonna be enormous for you. So you get 80% to tank and then go into mastery. And in the meantime, try to get your drone to 200. I like it. I'm going to put yours just so I know I did this. Yeah. I don't know. As you build, you have any other questions, bro? Just reach out to me. You have any questions? As long as you pay my fee. As long as you pay my account review fee. All right, my boy Circles. I love Circles. Great dude. Shout out to Circles, by the way. All right, this is gonna be my last one today, because I mean we've already gone 3 hours. This is absolutely ridiculous. All right, hey KB, thought I'd give a bit of an update post season 6 and transfer to my new server. I have glittering coming up and was thinking of going red prince this time to finish out another piece of red gear. I'm thinking Atom chip. Okay. Also thinking it doesn't really matter at this point. Why does it not matter at this point? I'm about to hit 2-star mark on T11. Oh, good. Well, Circle is spending up a storm over here. Should I shift my spending to skill chips? Or is there somewhere else I could spend? I also could make my air my second team. If I start doing air mastery, would that be better for the whole team comp? All right, let me see. Let me take this in. Red Prince. Shift your, yeah. Okay, gotcha. All right, let's take a look. You're a big spender, so actually you should have a second team. Okay. Yeah, no, what do you mean it doesn't matter? It definitely matters. You definitely want to get your 2 here, your Fiona shield and your Atom chip. Yeah, they matter. 100%. 100%. 11.9, 206. Okay, I love your drone. Chips. 7 chips. Yeah, so you're trying to get to 8. Gotcha. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, so Circles, you need your gorilla up. You're only 6. You can push your shards here. So push your gorilla to 7. Get your gorilla maxed for you. Bond rating, you can move your bond rating up. That's going to make your gorilla resistance is going to be longer. So your missile, so the longer you make I'd love to watch your battles, because I bet your gorilla's dying way too fast with some of these bigger guys that you're fighting. So I would love to see that. But if you're going to spend some money, that's probably a good place to spend, is to get your gorilla to 7 to max him out. And then also your bond rating. Whatever you can get out of bounty right now, you're kind of stuck. I wouldn't spend on the weekly bounty, but whatever you the weekly bond, but the bounty hunter for sure. Okay, yeah, just keep pushing this to 39%. No need to spend anything here. And now, obviously, you're interesting because you're saying you're about to get to 2 stars. So obviously, you want to keep going to 2 star. So what are you spending on? You're spending on. So I don't know what your budget is per week, Circles. So I'm going to tell you that your budget should be, at the very least, what I want you to be doing is the 3 battle passes per month. So that's going to be 75. And then you at least should probably be doing your like bullets. Well, your gear is just about good, so I still want you to do $5 at least on the bullets. Get some more bullets. It's good to at least get some. And but you can collect. I'm not concerned about you with reds. Your prints are very good. I don't know your second team. You actually might start worrying about your second team, to be honest with you, because you're a spender and you should have a second team, which is going to help your wall and help your survival better. You're focused on your first team, but your second team actually may be the answer to this equation that you're looking for. There's nothing that you can do really fast right now. You're 77 million. There's nothing you're going to be able to do really fast that's going to push you over the top. here other than getting the tactical and pushing through your tactical. So figure that out and push that out. Otherwise, your drone's looking good. No need to push that anywhere. Now, your chip question. Chips at 8 is pretty good. You could get the material, so that's not too bad. So maybe focusing on your chips to push them to where you are right now. Full gear, 200 drone. Chips is a great place to go. Don't spend on Valor. Gold material for chips would be an excellent place to spend your money. The bond rating from the bounty, and then also pushing your shards for your gorilla to max that out would be worthwhile places for you to add to. Otherwise, no surprise. You're in great shape. You're in great shape. Yeah, but I talk to you all the time, so you don't have to, just ask me, Circles. I usually talking to you daily, so. All right. My goodness. I think that was enough. I think we got to a lot today. It was a good time. Good time. Now I'm exhausted on my Saturday. All right, guys, I will get to the rest of these. I'm almost caught up, to be honest with you. I'm getting close to getting caught up on reviews. Very excited. I thought I was going to be able to get them up today, but I like to yap. So get any reviews you want in. If you want some more reviews, get them on over in here, and go from there. Otherwise, yeah. Listen, you guys could have been anywhere on Saturday, and you chose to spend it with us. And for that, what do you got? You got a question here, Jeremiah? Hold on. I have Scarlet in my front row with Murphy on a scale of 1 to 10. How urgent is it for me to build Williams and get him in my front row? I have Kim, Stetman, Marshall. Well, you have Scarlet, so you can do Scarlet Adam. So, but Murphy is, Williams is incredibly strong. So I don't know what season you're in or where you are. And also the Scarlet Adam thing lasts a long time, the combination. But Williams is incredibly strong. Great exclusive weapon. I would highly encourage you to... You have your heroes that you're pushing right now, which is fine. So you're pushing Murphy to 30. I don't know where you are for your exclusive weapon. Oh, okay. Well, this is really, you can use that. Somebody just showed me how that combination of Adam and Scarlet was working for them against a good air team, and it was like season 5 or 6. So the Scarlet Adam combination goes a long time to buy you some time to increase your exclusive weapons. So knowing that should change how you prioritize how you're doing your exclusive weapons. Knowing that you can just have Adam to level 10, you don't really need to push him to level 20. Scarlet doesn't have it. You just have to increase Scarlet gun and push that. And if you want to push all your exclusive weapons up. Stetman's not going to come out until later on. So you got Marshall, you got Kim, and Murphy that you want to make sure they're level 30 exclusive weapons. And then since Tank is going to be your T1, I highly encourage you to put everything else into Williams, because eventually you'd rather have Williams in there and all your exclusive weapons in there for your team. Williams' exclusive weapon is very good. So it's a good to buy yourself time when you're trying to chip away at exclusive weapons on how to do it and stretch out as long as you can. But yeah, Williams' exclusive weapon is going to eventually hit and be, for yourself where you want. So I don't know up front it's really going to be a problem if you're going to use Scarlet Adam in season 3. It's not necessarily, but you have to get to season 3, and so season 1, season 2. You want to get, I would recommend getting Williams to at least 20. And the 30 is going to be the biggest push. So right now, only Kim and Diva exclusive weapon is out so far. Okay, yeah. So you got a while. Yeah, I'm just saying you got a while to go. Those are going to be your priorities for exclusive weapons, though. Are, the ones I just said, because you can fill in the rest. So you want Murphy. When Murphy drops out, you're definitely going to want Murphy. And you're going to push Murphy to 30, push Kim as hard as you can to 20, and go from there. Oh, God, these questions now aren't going to stop. I just started the season 3. I have Marshall, Murphy, Adam in the back, and from Kim and Scarlet. Is this a good combination? You have Marshall, Murphy, Adam. Yeah. Kim and Scarlet in the front? Yes. Yep. Yep, you're solid. That's your combination. That's all you need. I literally had battle reports sent to me. It was incredible. It was like season 5, end of season 5, or somebody's in or something, and they were beating strong airs still, even though all the exclusive out with Scarlett and Murphy. The combination doesn't stop, bro. It's incredibly good. So it's all good. No, never. Sorry, I love being in the chat, bro. So I just sit here and do it. So it's all good. It's all good. Always should focus on Kim or most or spread out. Well, for team 1, focus your chips on your exclusive weapons on T1 until you get everybody to 20. Then start worrying about exclusive 30s. Don't start worrying about 30s until everybody's at 20. All right. There you go. That's it. That's it. That's all. Thank you very much, guys. You could have been anywhere on a Saturday and you chose to spend it with us. And for that, I truly thank you and appreciate you. See you tomorrow night. QB18.